Ahoy, crypto pirates! Welcome to your Discourse Syndicate. Captain RG3 and DC Crypto coming at you on a Saturday night, unbeknownst to everybody. We just got to stream. We got to stream. We got to stream. Too much excitement in the air.
I know, right? Too much excitement, man.
Dude.
Dude, this is the energy, man. This is game time. This is quarter 4 right here, man.
Fourth quarter, baby. Fourth quarter, or bottom of the ninth, whatever you want to call it.
Ahoy, dollar. Okay, got you. That was a Chips Ahoy.
Ahoy, Captain Ahoy, dollar. Oh man, dude, 48 hours and the AA is finito, dead. Davy Jones locker, baby. No more AA. Where you gonna get your hex? Arr.
You're gonna have to bite off my booty.
Bro, that's the thing, man. You got it. Where are you gonna get your hex? Where are you gonna get it? Wales? Where you at, Wales? Where are you gonna get your hex? Because you know there's some out there that want some. Definitely. Only got 48 hours left.
And to tell you the truth, man, like more than likely, like today, like this next AA is probably the last time before he really wakes up. That last day of the AA, it's going to be bananas in ETH. Bananas in ETH, man. It's going to be insane, dude. I wouldn't be surprised we hit 20K ETH or higher for the last day of the AA.
That's it. It's going to get up there. I'm thinking about dropping a little in that last AA just for nostalgia purposes.
Yes, yeah. Actually, that's not a terrible idea. Just throw one ETH in there just for old time's sake. Why not, right?
So tell me. So can you hear me all right, or does it sound crappy? Or
no, just it's a little low, but I can hear you. It doesn't sound shitty.
So do you have? You're gonna keep some liquid hex, right?
A little bit, yeah. I'm gonna have to, right?
You're gonna keep some cash too. You can keep some ETH.
All right, yeah, you have to. Like why wouldn't you? Like a pirate always goes to war with a lot of fucking gunpowder. You got to, man. You can't win a war without gunpowder. That's for sure.
I'm walking with hex. I'm walking with powder. I'm loaded for bear, baby. I'm ready. I am ready. What sucks is I got a new computer coming. I don't think it's going to be quite ready by the time we do our 24-hour, but I got 2 PCs. So I got my Hex PC and I got my streaming PC. So I'm going to be streaming, and if I got to buy, man, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm not going to miss no deals. That's for damn sure.
Damn. That's good to know. I mean, yeah,
right? Don't we have to be ready, right? I mean,
you got to be ready. I mean, I have I ain't going to say what, but I got a mobile thing in my truck ready to go just in case something happens.
I mean, Mexican's got to be ready, right? I mean,
right.
It's go time. Now, Johnny said 72 hours for the AA. I thought it was 48. See, Today's
the 14th.
It's Monday, right?
Yeah, today's Monday. No, Saturday. Today's Saturday.
No, but Monday is the day that the AA is over with.
I think so, yeah, but I think it ends in UTC time? 000.
Oh.
For the next, yeah.
Does that make it 72 though?
Yeah, I think if you get it done on Monday, it counts. But I think it depends on which part of the day on Monday, you know.
Are you going to be able to stake that in time, the AA?
I think you should be able to, yeah, because I don't think the big payday pays out until
Monday.
Which is, I think the last day is like
4 hours after that too. Yeah, you should be good to be able to stake, but then your stake won't go through until the day after that. So
yeah,
should be. I don't know. Well, as long as you staked it out past big payday, you'll be all right, I guess.
Yeah, get your fucking stakes done now, you guys. Like for real. Like right now, I'm scouring my anything I could unstake to restake, just in case. You know, you gotta, you know, There's way to go. You guys made it. Yeah. Cool. It should have been 64 until AA. Yeah, that's true.
67.5 hours till AA is gone. Thanks, John B.
Thank you, sir. That's sad.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Hey man, we have 32 live on YouTube and 64 on Dlive. With no heads up.
I put a little restream blurb out. I think that might have went to Twitter just now. So
okay, got
did
it.
put a restream out. But man, I want to hear what everybody's thinking about out there. I want to hear, what your guys' plans are. Yeah, day 351 counts as the final AA day 2, I think. Crunch time. We're done, guys. We're done, man. This is it. The AA is over with in just a couple days, man.
Nice.
And then I'll be sitting in my new seat, by the way. Thank you for that freaking tip, man.
Oh, no
tip.
I'm telling
on
you,
that damn chair. That chair is the most comfortable fucking office chair I have ever sat in.
Yeah, it's sort of a hybrid between an office chair and a gaming chair.
It is,
which is good.
But it's got that soft mesh, it's like I don't know. And then the lumbar support, and then the neck support.
The neck thing.
Crazy.
I'm mad jealous, dude. My chair doesn't even come with one of those neck things, dude. I have to buy one aftermarket. It sucks.
Oh, the one you turned me. You should have got the one you turned me onto, bro. That thing is freaking down, man.
I know. It's because I paid for this one. And by the time I found out about that one, I was like, well, too late now. It was already on the way. I'm pretty happy with this chair. I'm really comfortable. I mean, I just went overboard on the back support and stuff because I have a little bit of back pain. From all those heavy ass deadlifts, you guys.
JFK 666 said fully staked, no powder left. Genesis shares never to be had again. Bro,
okay.
I'm telling you, that is the key to understanding the launch, is getting your hands on as much Genesis shares as you can, because they're going to be legend. Your Genesis shares are legend, man. I mean, nobody has those shares ever again.
Right.
Nobody is even going to come close to that price and shares ever again, ever. I mean, it's gonna triple, I guess, by the time we see the big payday. When the big payday comes after that, freaking shares are going to be triple the price.
Yeah, I think it'll double at first.
2/3. I think it's 2/3.
Yeah, 2/3 or something, and then it just by the end of by January will be closer to 3. So like right now it's like 11,000 and some change, and probably by January or February we'll be at like 35K hex per share. Jesus.
And we were getting them for what, 8 or 7?
It's probably like 9. Like 9, 8, yeah, because it's 1.2 something now. So it's so it probably was 9 or some change.
9 and some change.
Yeah. So I've got some guys that want to come on and stuff, but we'll probably let you. How long do you think we're going to go for?
Till we're done.
So never.
It's Saturday night. If you're coming to hang out with my old ass on a Saturday night, you youngins, man, you ain't got no fucking life, man.
You gotta have the girl whipped. That's the thing, man. You gotta have her.
Even if you ain't got a girl, man, come hang out with some old crypto guy and his freaking buddy on a Saturday night. You got problems out there, freaking Dlivers, YouTubers. You guys got some fucking problems. Now, unless you're like in your car driving somewhere good tonight, man, fucking you deserve the stream that you get.
The links are out. Come out. I want to hear your strategies.
Oh, guy. Yeah, dude. Me and Joker called me and we talked and got his stuff squared away. Man, Joker's on fire, bro. He's like, he wants to know all about Hex now. He's like soaking it up now. He's like, oh shit. Because do you remember like when the light bulb really went off for you on Hex?
All right, so okay, I've got 2 answers for that. Okay, So it was when what's his name? No. So wait. That was one, right? But the other one was it was before even Hex was made. The minute I heard like, hey, I'm gonna make Richard said I'm gonna make a token. I was like, I'm in. Let's go. I was like, I'm in.
There was that moment for me too. I was like, yeah, Richard's gonna make a crypto. I can probably hang around crypto for another year to watch this thing come out. You know, I was like, all right, and I got excited about it. I was like, yeah, Richard's fucking smart, and I think he's got the right idea about crypto, and you know. So I was like, but then when Kyle came on our and then I was excited about it. We were watching everything happen, and we would build our own stream, and Hexo was talking good stuff, and then the FUD happened. So there was still kind of that roller coaster-ish thing. But then we had Kyle on the show. And when Kyle opened my mind to shares, that fucking everything clicked at that point for me. That was when I was like, oh shit.
It was such a crazy feeling too, because it's like it was sort of a weird thing. It's like we all right. So it was like we got into Hex. We were like, oh, Hex is awesome. We're taking it, right? We're like, well, yeah, we're doing ladder. We were laddering and stuff, not understanding shares. But we were like, it was a weird feeling where like you had a gut feeling. I want more shares. That's what it was at the time. Like we were like, I understand shares roughly, but I don't understand. Like I don't understand it enough to really, really explain to somebody. But like, I can give someone the gist, but I didn't know all the internals. I didn't know that like if you unstake one day before, there's a 50% you lose half of your fucking interest even one day before the end, before the fucking the stake is done and stuff. It was insane, but it was Kyle really cemented that for sure.
Yeah.
And you kept asking about it too. You just kept pestering. Yeah, I want to understand shares. I really do. And then it's what got us all to like, damn, that was so cool to have Kyle on and stuff.
I knew. Look, I'm not a mathematical guy, and I'm not a real technical guy. I don't like. I'm kind of ADD, so I don't like a lot of research type of shit. You know, it just kind of like I get too deep into that shit or whatever. Yeah. But I knew that the answer to why I was so excited about Hex was the shares. I knew that. I knew that the launch and the shares and the staking and the longer pays better. I knew that somehow all that tied into each other. And then when we did our stream with Kyle. So if you guys are here and you haven't seen the stream with Kyle and shares hasn't freaking blasted you in the brain yet, which I know probably fucking 99% of the people on this stream understand shares now, like we do. But the power of them now, the power. So it's one thing to understand shares, but it's another thing to understand the power of Genesis shares. I mean, I thought about that a few weeks ago. It's like these shares, these Genesis shares staked out at Cuatro Cinco, those are going to be like golden fucking bags, man. Dude. Those are going to be like sacred items in Hex, bro. I mean, they're like artifacts. They're going to be like, well, wait a second. There's a Cuatro. When that year 15 comes up, I mean, think about it. When year 15 comes up, there's 15 more years of stakes out there. Yeah. There's another 15 years of stakes out there. We're talking Hex is going to be 15 years old, and then 30 years of the future is going to be planned already. So we're talking, 15 more years. So 30 years of Hex history and future are going to be sitting there. And those Genesis shares are going to be front and center at that point. Yeah. Because when those come out, then there probably a bunch of them are going to get restaked. But I mean, that's going to be like some crazy shit, man. Some crazy shit. And everybody sitting here gets to be part of that 15 years from now. If you got a Cuatro Cinco stake out there, I mean, holy crap.
If you can make it, hold on, you guys. Do smart things with your ladders, man. For real, man. I'm seeing people doing YOLO stakes, man, with like if you can hold it, God bless, but man, crypto ain't even 15 years old, man. Really. Like, what Bitcoin was made 2009? Like what are we talking about here? It's not even
we haven't even hit 15 years yet. You know what I mean? That's a long fucking crypto time, man. That's a long crypto time. And then, like I said, and then there's going to be a future too. So there's going to be a history and a future already set for Hex, and it's going to be a 30-year time span. That's fucking insane, man. That's insane to think about it, and to think about being part of that history on that 15-year Quattro Cinco. I mean, holy man, that's going to be. This is historic shit happening right now. Historic, freaking legend. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man! You know, I heard a really interesting. This was a strategy. Well, I don't want to snitch him out, just so we can let our guest in a minute. I don't want to switch him out, but like, I heard such a great strategy, and it was not. This if you wanted to do it, and it's going to cost a lot of gas. So you remember how we've said that. If you're staked past the average, which is 4 years, right? So if you're staked in around the 5-year zone from there on, the amount of interest and the amount of hex times your principal just goes up exponentially at that point, right? So I know somebody that literally has 5,000 hex coming out every week. 5,000 hex. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think 5,000 hex out every week or every 2 weeks for 15 years. And it sounds like a little bit of hex, but once you're out there, I mean, it takes a lot of gas. That's a lot of. I know it's going to cost a lot to do something like that. Obviously, do whatever the hell you want. Maybe monthly stake or something. But those little 5,000 hex stakes past 5 years, from here to there, it might not be worth it because you might not be getting enough and the gas fees and all this other stuff. Maybe it's not worth your time. But past 5 years, even a little stake is gigantic. That's how insane it is. And like. 2,000, even 1,000. I think. Well, obviously, I wouldn't go below 1,000 hex. I mean, there's no point really, But 1,000 hex at 10 years. Dude,
hey, I'm telling you, these numbers that we're talking about right now are going to sound insane to people in the future, 5 and 10 years from now. They're like, "What are you guys talking about? You guys were staking more than 1,000, 5,000 hex. You guys, like, how much were you guys staking in the beginning? 100,000, 500,000, a million? What?
What? They're like, I'm over here stacking billions of shares and shit, and you fuckers are just throwing trillions around like y'all like fucking rich or some shit. Isn't that crazy? People are gonna stop talking about trillion shares. They're gonna start talking about billions at some point. That'll probably happen. Probably around the 5-year mark, I think, because by then I don't know what a T-shirt will cost, but it probably. 35.
It won't be a T-share.
It won't be. I mean, literally, you will have to have probably like 150K hex to get a T-share, maybe more. It could be 200 by then.
They're going to be called B shares.
D shares. Yeah, B shares. Yeah, people just want B shares because then from there, like, because if it's 150, that means 15K hex will buy 15K hex will buy you about what 100 billion shares. Yeah, 100 billion shares.
So the days of the T share will be gone. It'll be B shares.
Right, and then it go to M shares. Oh, holy!
It'll be like, you got some of those Genesis T shares? Oh shit! Oh,
the penny. You're like, baby, oh, baby, I got nothing but T shares in this wallet. Penny dropper. Should we bring in some of our guests in?
I don't see anybody in there. I didn't. Yeah, sure. Bring somebody in, man.
Sure. Hey, I'm gonna bring in Milo. It's the first time I've ever talked to him, man. So,
really?
Hey, what up?
How's it going, you guys? Can you hear me?
What's up,
yeah,
Milo?
Man.
Do you guys hear any echo or anything? This is my first day streaming, so.
No, you sound good, man. You sound good.
Cool. I got the YOLO stakes.
You gotta have them. You know what I mean? But you got.
Yeah, man. So I've been just I deleted a stream with Valiant Brand and Alan because I literally shared the screen and all my nudes were up there. So do it all over again.
Oh, shit, dude.
So how's it going? Is this where all the Hexicans hang out or what?
Yes, sir, man. This is where the best of the Grimies hang out.
Gotcha.
This is the Cantina Hex right here.
La Cantina, I got it.
Cantina, man.
So yeah, what's going on? What's is this just a hangout or how does it go?
Yeah,
well, usually we. You want to explain it, Captain?
Well, I mean, usually we have a group of cutthroats that we bring in here, people that have been on the stream over and over and over again. So we usually share it in our cutthroat room. I don't know how you got in here, so that's whatever. However, the link got out there, but usually it's the people that do that on Friday nights. We have what's called the FN Hangout, where everybody's invited. We just bring everybody in, and whoever wants to come in and say their piece, have at it. But usually during the week on our weekly streams, we bring the cutthroats in, or we bring a guest in, like Kyle, or we've had all kinds of people that are into like psychology, and people that are into chain analysis, and
nice.
And, we've had Stefan Firebun on, so we just bring in like special guests during the week. So
yeah.
Okay, cool, nice. That's a pretty good vibe. A little bit of everything, right?
Yeah, and then we just basically we made this stream for all the Hexicans to come on and speak their piece, so that you can see who the people of Hex are, because they were saying that we were bots. They were saying, "Oh yeah, Richard just got a bunch of bots over there," and so we said,
I heard that one already.
Well, we'll show our faces. Here's our faces, and here's who we are, and here's what we know about Hex, and here's what we know about all your bullshit out there. So go ahead, fight us on it, or come listen to us, And that's what we did, and we gave everybody a voice here on Discourse Syndicate. And then, we haven't all agreed on everything, so we always have conversations about different things, and game theory, and what we think Hex is going to do. And then we just trash talk and have fart jokes and shit. Yeah.
I love trash talking. I love it.
Good.
So if you want to trash talk, then I'm all in, bro. I'm all in. I literally just called out a lot of traders on Twitter, and these guys, I got a passion of hating these guys because they think they're the experts, but literally they're getting their asses handed, to say the least.
Yeah.
And sorry if you hear some noises. That's my parrot upstairs. So it sounds like somebody's like getting nailed up there. So
you literally brought a parrot show.
African gray, or what do you got?
What's that?
What do you got? What kind of parrot you got?
It's my cousin. So they're here for just I don't even know. It's one of those big old ones that they pretty much go all the way up to like 12 years, 13 years.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not too familiar with the parrots, but anyways, besides that point, just in case you hear some kind of moaning upstairs, that's what it is.
Right.
So
go ahead, Kevin. Ask your question. There's somebody in the chat wants to ask a question. Go ahead, Kevin.
Cool.
Go ahead.
What? Somebody's asking a question, or?
Yeah. He's gonna post on YouTube in a minute. He just asked if he could.
Got it.
Somebody said the captain has parrot envy.
Parrot envy.
Don't ask me what kind of parrot it is. I don't even know. I'm not knowledgeable when it comes to parrots. It's not mine.
I want an African gray. They get real old, and they talk more than any of the other parrots. They're cool as shit, man.
Wait, what? Wait, so it's like, okay, what happens if there's no new money coming in? I have 200 Hex right now. I just don't understand.
You don't understand. There's no new money coming. Okay, so maybe you're talking about the AA. So
200K Hex. Got you.
So the AA is the adoption amplifier, which is how Hex is being minted right now. So basically how the adoption amplifier works, so I'll explain it to you, Kevin, is that there's a pool of Hex every day, 500 and about 11 million Hex every day that are being inflated into the into the HEX ecosystem, right? And what you get to do is every day Ethereum gets poured into one bucket, and that HEX, that 511 million HEX, is in another bucket.
Right.
And as the Ethereum comes in, it gets divided amongst the HEX. So if there's a little bit of ETH in there, you get a lot of HEX. If there's a lot of ETH in there, you get a little bit of HEX. So it's all in variation of how much HEX to ETH is in those buckets.
Yeah. So
at the end of the day, boom, it gets distributed out. The next day, you got to push the button and mint your HEX, and you've minted HEX into the ecosystem, right? So that's one way. And when the AA ends, there's no more of that 511 million HEX being created every day. Now, here's something interesting and important for you to understand, Kevin. To show you the value and strength and resilience and sheer the power of HEX is that even though 511 million HEX have been being minted every single day, our price has continued to go up in HEX.
Yes,
so that
sir.
shows you the power of it right there. The other thing is that just because that goes away doesn't mean that there's not going to be HEX out there. There's still a lot of liquid HEX. There's only 12% now of the HEX is actually staked. So there's a lot of liquid HEX out there. There's 31 exchanges that are still going to be selling HEX after the AA is done. So there's still those, I think it might even be more than 31 exchanges now. And then there's Uniswap and the DEXs that are putting HEX up there that you can actually buy HEX on. So you'll still have the ability to grab more HEX, but it's going to be a lot more difficult to get. And the real interesting part of the AA going away is that the whales don't have a place to go and dip their hands into the HEX as easily as they were doing when they can get into the adoption amplifier. See, they were able to jump in and scare other whales away and swoop on that HEX and get those buckets of HEX every time the AA was ending. So they were just scooping that stuff up. Now, when the AA is gone and they still want more HEX, these whales are hungry, man. They have voracious appetites. They have to eat a lot. And it's going to be a limited supply now. So what happens when you limit supply in anything? When you limit supply.
And it's locked.
So price usually goes up on things when you limit supply. So, it all needs to be seen still, but that's what we're looking at. And that's where we're at, Kevin, right? So hopefully that answered your question, because when the AA goes away, that doesn't mean that there's not going to be HEX still for sale, but it's going to be very difficult for the big players to get it. And because of their voracious appetites, they're going to be eating a lot of that stuff up out in the exchanges and out in Uniswap. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Definitely. And so, I mean, it pretty much, this is speculation, but pretty much, I think the price has to go up to incentivize people to want to sell some HEX. So there's more HEX on the liquidity pool on Uniswap. Same thing for the exchanges and stuff. So the whales are running out of places to buy, man. They're going to have to buy on the market now.
Okay. So he's asking a real, he's asking another question that's very easily handled.
Okay.
He followed up with it. He said, but let's say if we all sell right now, theoretically speaking, is there enough money to pay out everyone? I'm new Hexagon and just trying to understand everything. Thank you for everything. So what you're asking is a question where a lot of times, Richard will freaking hand somebody their ass for asking this question.
Yeah.
But it's not a bad question, because people who are new to crypto, especially people on Dlive that are watching this for the first time, need to understand this. There is never enough financial energy for anything: stock, oil and gas, property, anything. There is not enough financial energy out there to handle everything being sold at one time. It just doesn't happen. That's only happened a few times in history. And what happens is the stock market crashes, you go into a depression, those kinds of things happen. Very rarely do you see just one commodity, one product, one stock, one item do that. A flash crash like that. Either it scams out, to see that happen. But in a healthy environment, like what Hex has, is a very, very healthy environment. Look at Hex's chart over the last year. Very healthy, very, very healthy chart. You don't see that in those ecosystems. Why? Because you have responsible parties that are holding on to the asset, and they're not just dumping it. Yeah, you'll have big sales, you'll have big whales get in, big whales get out, but you're not going to see everybody sell. It just never happens. The whole world is based on that not happening. The whole stock market is based on that not happening. So just to let you know that it's not really part of the equation. It's not really a question. That's more of a macroeconomic question. It's not really a Hex specific question.
Because that would affect everything. It would affect everything. Like, imagine everyone trying to sell all the houses at the same time.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen.
What's going to happen? I mean, it's insane. It's just like that. So that's more of I agree with Captain. That's just a general like economic question that nothing has that liquidity. Nothing. Like literally nothing.
Bitcoin doesn't have that liquidity. You couldn't sell all the Bitcoin.
Dude, so, every time an old Bitcoin wallet moves, oh my God, are they going to dump? Oh my God,
everybody out. The price crashes just when it moves. I remember in 2017 they had 50,000 Bitcoin or something like that. Just moved. It didn't get sold. It just moved from one wallet to another, and fucking thing crashed.
Can I just add something on top of that? What Captain was saying?
Sure.
Like you're saying, there's not enough economic energy to get to for everybody to get all that money out. Just look at Richard's perspective when he was saying, picture a jar of marbles. Everybody, like, there's 10 guys who put in a marble, and let's say dollar cost wants to take 5 marbles. Now there's 5 marbles in the jar. That's exactly what it is when it comes to pulling out money from any kind of system, to be honest.
Right.
So there's a little bit left for the rest of the 9 guys who didn't actually get that marble out, or 2 marbles, or 3 marbles.
Time locking, baby. Time locking. So I'm gonna bring up one more guy. His name is
Let me say something to Kevin real quick.
Yeah,
Kevin,
for sure.
You don't have to apologize. You didn't ask a bad question. You just asked a new question without it. I'm not trying to insult you. What I'm saying is, it's a question that needs to be answered. And guys like us who've been around crypto, who understand economics, who understand crypto space and all that, we don't need to be banging on you guys for asking that question. We need to explain that question to you so that you understand it now, and you can go out and tell other people that have those. Because look, here's what's going to happen is as we start to onboard no coiners and new people, that question is going to come up often. And we all need to be able to answer that question in an intelligent way versus, oh, I don't know. And then they can walk away going, yeah, that shit can flash crash or crash out and everybody can sell at once. No, that question has to be answered intelligently, and everybody needs to understand that. So don't apologize. You asked a good question because we need to answer new questions here too.
Right.
The only stupid question was the only one that you didn't ask. So
exactly. So thanks for asking that question, Kevin, because we don't talk about things about like that often enough. We joke about them and we fuck with people about that question versus actually explaining why it is what it is.
Well said.
So let me bring up our guest right now. His name is JFK666.
Oh shit! I've been waiting for this cat, man. That's cool.
Woo, cowboy out here, bro. We're good, man.
Permission to come aboard, Captain.
Enter. Welcome aboard. I love your name. I saw you got on the wheel the other day. That was awesome.
Oh, that was
good to
awesome.
have you on the stream.
Thank you, sir. I've got to say to Milo too that there is such a thing as a stupid question. Like, where did the ETH go?
Where the fuck did it go? What the fuck? I'm still waiting on some explanation when it comes to that. Shoot.
I'm still asking this morning where my money went for that McMuffin, man. I'm still waiting, bro.
I want to know where all my ETH went on all the other fucking 100 shit coins I bought over the years.
Shout out to Misa Go. Shout out Bert.
I'm telling you, that was the best dump I made in like February. Was all that OMG I had. I dumped that shit. I was like, man, it pumped a little bit. I said, I'm gonna quit holding these damn shit coins. I got rid of all of them and threw it in Hex. And man, what a move that was! What a move that was!
Yeah, I offloaded all my DeFi stuff probably about 2 months ago. Very, very happy with that decision.
Damn right.
Oh, and I'm muted. Goddamn it.
Damn, all the other mustaches are so small.
Dude, that is a great mustache. That's I like that mustache, man. That's a good mustache.
It's not waxed at the moment, actually. I sort of.
Oh, do you curl it? Do you curl it too?
Oh, totally.
Nice.
If I ever come on again, I'll make sure that I'm properly twirled for you, dollar cost.
So where are you, JFK? Are you in Australia or New Zealand or where are you?
Yeah,
from?
Australia,
Australia.
Brisbane.
I hate saying that all the time because I don't want to call people down under if they're from New Zealand. I don't know if it's an insult or if it's like, yeah, fuck you, I'm from Australia, you son of a bitch. I ain't from fucking New Zealand.
Oh well, yeah, they're like the little brother, really. You know, they've got the insecurity complex, but they've got a terribly good rugby team who constantly hands our ass. So we you know, it swings and roundabouts.
Right on.
Definitely, man. Yeah, and you know the other classic thing they say about people from Australia: you guys were all prisoners, descendant of prisoners, pirates.
Well, yeah.
Where did you put the link at?
Oh, I put it in the Dlive chat, man. And on YouTube, son.
That's cool. We got new people coming on. That's good.
Yeah, man.
This is what we want.
I had some new people in the chat asking, you know, for the link, and I was like, I didn't recognize the name, so I was like, hey, why not? You know, let's give them the good old DS, you know, introduction, you know. And then we got a salty sea dog that is getting in here, but his camera's not working.
Oh, is it Johnny?
No. That mangy mutt, fucking kinetics.
Oh, that guy.
Look at him smiling and shit. Look at him, like his grilling his teeth.
I love that I can let myself in.
He had to go change his shirt first.
Right.
Dude, you guys started this stream while I was in the middle of being a good little wifey and folding clothes. I was like, damn those assholes. So I had to finish up real quick. I can't say that the clothes were folded very well.
Dang, I hear him popping in all over the place now.
Right, yeah. I don't recognize this guy.
So Kevin's asking another question. Let's see what this one is.
Sure.
So Kevin says, thank you, guys. I've been watching for the last 2 weeks, joined 2 weeks ago, and been staking. What do you think about the Axion fork? I thought Hex was not supposed to be forked. Opinions. So check this out, bro. That is not a fork of Hex. It has absolutely nothing to do with Hex. They are using the Hex name to use like Hexes use Bitcoin to onboard people and give them an airdrop or a free claim. That's what all Axion did. It has absolutely nothing to do with Hex. It's not a fork of Hex. It is actually they're just giving away free Axion to people who have Hex or have staked Hex. And hey, my opinion is if somebody's giving away something for free, take it. Right?
I had a question about that, Captain. Actually, I only heard about this yesterday. Had a bit of a hunt around, and every attempt that I made to offload or help them offload some of their free money came to naught. Is that coming in the future, or is it available now? Or
Well, I don't know anything about it, and more than likely, I'm probably just not going to claim it. But we'll see. I don't know. I got to be convinced first.
Well, the thing about claiming it, guys, is you guys make sure you set the spending allowance for that website on your MetaMask to $0, just in case. If you are going to do it, at least be careful, guys, with your MetaMask security. You don't want to give them permission to spend your balances on your MetaMask wallet. So
Right.
So you can either be completely safe and not claim it, or you can claim it because it's free money, but make sure you set your spending balances to 0. And I wish I could remember, DC, do you remember off the top of your head the website to go do that?
No, sir, I do not. I do remember that they're what was it, like, what month was it? Was it June? Like when they did a snapshot?
Yeah. No, it was May. It was the end of May when they did the snapshot. And so you get a 1-to-1 free HEX claim. And then they auto stake it for 350 days, kind of like Bitcoin free claimers did with HEX.
Yeah.
But I don't expect that. Honestly, I'm not even sure the project's they've already had an inflation bug and liquidated their liquidity pool already on their first go around. So they had to raise money from the rest of the community to recreate their liquidity pool and then relaunch the coin. So my thoughts on that particular project lasting the long run aren't super great in the first place.
Johnny said twice.
Yeah. I only got to claim one wallet. I tried to claim a couple wallets. It didn't let me claim my second wallet, so I haven't been able to anymore. But you know,
I wonder why.
I don't know.
I don't think it really matters, man. I don't. You know what? If it turns out to be something, you know what it ends up being is eventually it ends up being liquid HEX that's dumped for more, or liquid Axion that becomes dumped for more HEX. So that's what it's going to become for me. So thanks Axion for giving me some free HEX. I don't care if it's $10 worth, but I appreciate it.
Right. This is starting to remind me of like Bcash. What Richard was saying about Bcash.
Yeah, trying to steal the market.
But I don't want to talk ill of them because I honestly I haven't looked into the project. I don't know what's going on. So cool, you know.
Yeah, just a word of advice and some warning for you guys. Just make sure that you are careful with how you set your, with what sites you give permission on your MetaMask.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't give your keys to your wife.
Fuck. Well, hopefully you can trust your wife.
This is what scares me about the fucking debit card. The minute the wallet's attached to the debit card, good luck to you, sir, and your balances. They're done. Rodeo Drive everywhere. It's out of here. It's gone. All the ETH gone. Like, where did ETH go? To Rodeo Drive. That's where it went.
I just set Mama up with her own crypto debit card so that I can just send her little bits.
Padre, Hijo, Espíritu Santo, Amen. Adios, Captain. Goodbye.
TAC. Hey, thank you. Vince just put it in the chat, guys. Everyone, it's tac.dapstar.io. So tac.dapstar.io. So it's in the YouTube chat. I'll copy it real quick here. I don't know if I can.
What's that for?
This is to set your spending allowances on MetaMask to allow when sites are asking for access to your wallet, this particular website right here will let you set the spending allowance to 0. So even if you do give them access to the wallet, all they can do is read the info. They can't spend any of your balances.
Got it. Can you put that in private chat as well? I'll link it over here to Dlive. For some reason, you can copy and paste over here while on the side, on the YouTube side.
Yeah, I'll just put it in here real quick.
So is that token airdrop to the HEX holders?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, the OA is gonna rip a new asshole on that one.
You guys better dump your Axion before they can, before the OA can.
That's the reason we have an OA. What?
They should call it the OA
$10 million per wallet.
What's that?
They only let you do 10 million per wallet.
Yeah. So if you have more than 10 million, even if it's staked, you still get credit for it. But if you have more than 10 million, they'll only pay you out 10 million.
Claim it and dump it. Screw it.
Well, you can't. See, it's auto locked for 350 days. So
the same
you have
process
to wait.
as HEX. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I did not even
And
know
they
that.
penalize if your wallet has more than 10 million. They anything above 10 million, and then they just take it off.
HEX is a trend. Dude.
All these guys are learning something from HEX.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
All these guys, even
so Johnny Chaos says yesterday it was worth 2,500. yesterday it was worth 2,500, but I guess Johnny Chaos just said it's worth 4K now, but you can't do anything with it.
Right. They just kind of. I'm just gonna shut up. I'm not saying nothing anymore. Forget it.
Yeah. Hey, Ben Live Bear.
Hey, what's up?
Oh,
Welcome,
shit, we got
dude.
A bunch of new guys on tonight, man.
It's good to have a bunch of new guys on here.
Glad you guys let me on.
New pirate recruits.
Yeah, it's looking dirtier
most of
and
the
dirtier
time-
in this place. That's good.
I was just a lurker, you know. I was always looking on Hexo's stream, and he modded me, but I haven't been there in a while. It's just been busy with stuff, you know.
That's all good, man. You're here now. That's the most important thing. Before big payday.
Exactly. I can't wait. It's getting very exciting, man. I didn't realize that the AA ended a few days before big payday.
Mhm.
So that's that really changes things, because last minute I got a lot of family members that are trying to get in, and of course they're waiting to the last minute, dealing with the BS with either Gemini or Coinbase, needing the verification process. It's a big pain in the ass.
So,
Waiting for release of funds.
Yeah.
buy
It's
with it. They just changed their entire thing again, probably because no one was. Probably all the recurring purchases stopped. So now you can buy on a debit card and you instantly get your funds with a debit card, not a bank transfer. But they do charge you a little more fees, but you do get your coins like that, and you can transfer them off. So
Really?
if you can debit card it.
Really?
Yep.
All right, I'll have to look into that.
Which
That
debit
was
card do you
original.
guys recommend?
Well, any bank you have. I mean, really. I mean, Bank of America.
Yeah, it's a
Really?
debit card tied to a checking account. This credit card, your card issuer will automatically decline it here in the United States unless you're in certain
Going on.
states.
Because what I've
And-
done is usually just Cash App and then Cash App, Bitcoin to Binance to Ethereum to USDC, or just straight to MetaMask. And then just you're off.
Cheapest place to buy a Bitcoin is definitely on a Cash App.
Yeah, Cash App is just like that instantly. Like
Oh,
They let
they're
you-
quick.
They let you withdraw same day. Like-
Yeah, it's with them for an instant fee and stuff. So yeah, like I've told people that if you ever get in a, of course, not financial advice, if you ever get in a little bind where you need some cash really quickly, you could liquidate some crypto, either liquidate some Bitcoin or take some ETH, turn it back into Bitcoin, send it to your Coinbase, to your Cash App wallet,
right.
and you can just sell it there, take the fee hit, and then hit instant, and you could have money, you could have cash in your bank account in 30 seconds or less, up to $10,000 in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can get a lot of cash if something happens. Let's just say an emergency happens or car. I don't know, because we're all living by the seat of our pants and putting in this. We all say invest responsibly, but
Yeah. Internet Lurker had a good point. Coinbase has been screwing him lately on the wires, and so has he's had 2 bounce backs. And I've had a couple no coiners that I've gotten into the project too that are having the same problem with Coinbase. I have wired on multiple occasions money to Gemini, and it been available within 3 to 4 hours of wiring it. They are golden on the side. If you have the cash available and you just want to wire it in, whatever the bank fee is at your bank, my bank's $20. It's there instantly, ready to go. So I don't even mess with Coinbase anymore. It's the easiest onboarding for no coiners. So that's why they typically end up using that, because I'm like, this is just the easiest way to get set up. But man, they are delaying everything, and then now they're wanting verification when you're sending out to your ETH wallet. They're even wanting you to send a copy of your photo photo ID, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. They already did this. That's the whole reason they did that on the onboarding. So
Gemini
it's
did
screwing me
that.
over on getting my referrals. Let's just put it that way.
Gemini recently implemented something like that, where you have to add like an approved address that takes 7 days to verify. It's
Really,
like,
I haven't seen that.
it's a newer setting. Like my nephew accidentally turned it on, and when we were trying to withdraw, it's like you have to add address to the approved address, and we did that, had to wait 7 days. Like, wow, that's insane.
That's
I
what's
never had to deal with that.
Yeah, it's what Celsius does. I mean, basically, so you don't get stolen. So the money has to go to one wallet that you control.
Right.
Sort of a way. So if they get hacked, they can't even steal the funds from you because it has to go to that design. But it's a pain in the ass if like, you know those wallets and stuff where it changes, like the address changes every once in a while. I think something like a what's that name of that wallet? Bread Wallet. Bread Wallet does it where they change the address all the time on every transaction. Sometimes, normally you can still send to that address, but there's been times on some wallets the way they do it that you send.
Coinbase does that.
Yeah, Coinbase does that. Yeah, Coinbase is now doing that, but there's wallets for some reason they literally are changing the address and stuff on some of these retarded wallets and stuff. So when you send to it, it won't send. You could lose your funds and stuff. But it's a pain in the ass, man. Crypto ain't easy, that's for sure.
Right.
But it's beautiful, man. But it makes money.
Where are you at, bro?
I'm eating off stream. You want me to see me eat?
No.
Yes.
I want you to eat before you come on the show is what we want.
I came straight from work and I just boom right here stream.
Yeah, you guys don't usually stream on Saturdays, right?
Nope.
No.
What's the special occasion?
We wanted to talk
Streaming.
Friday coming.
We just wanted to see you.
True.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
nice.
It's a pleasure's all mine, fellas.
Dude, because we're so excited about what's coming in the next few days, man. RG, actually, I talked to both these guys on the phone today, Dollar Cost and Captain. And, man, we're just a bunch of FOMO tards right now. We can't sleep. We eat, dream, sleep. We don't even sleep. But the daydreams we have when we pass out for 5 minutes is all about what's going to happen at Big Payday. So we're getting pretty excited.
I was like walking around my garage, my backyard, looking at what I could sell right now.
I know, right? And how quick you could turn it over and on a fiat on ramp. Yep.
Yeah, I had to scrounge around for some silver, and just like I'm selling the kids on Monday.
I've got a question for everybody. Did anybody? I was sort of speculating myself what percentage of HEX is going to be staked for Big Payday. It continues to surprise me how low it is or has been, and I'm starting to believe that where it's at now might actually be where it ends up, which is just miles away from where I was guessing my Big Payday payout was going to be.
I think it's going to be bigger than people are saying. People are saying maybe 13, 14%. I think that we're going to be surprised, to be honest. That's my opinion anyway, which whatever fucking it's worth.
That's might be my opinion for so long too, but I'm starting to question that because it's just not happening. And I mean, really, for all the reasons, I mean, it's only a couple of days really they've got.
Well,
left.
I think the low volume wallets that we're going to stake are staked. But the high volume wallets that are planning on staking, that are sitting there, I mean, you're not losing that much in T-share value through the launch phase. Very small amount of T-share value are you losing. Till Big Payday. That Big Payday, that's when the T-shares go up, like exponentially. So I think that we're going to see a lot more big wallets get in and stake for however long they were planning on staking. And they were just sitting there liquid until Big Pay. So I think the staking percentage is actually going to go up higher than we think. I don't know what it's going to be.
You know,
18%. I don't know. But I think it's going to get up a little higher than I hear a lot of people talking, 13, 14%.
Right.
It's going to get higher.
The universe
Making anything under 20%.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, for us.
Yeah, and that's where we're going to end up. It looks that way anyway.
I probably agree with that, man. Like, because the universe is a weird place, man. It's Pareto principle out here, like a bitch. Always, like universal law. It's always 80-20, 80-20 on everything, man. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised we hit 20%. I agree with you, man.
Yeah, but are you any of you guys taking into account the fact that there's a bunch of stakes coming out the 2 days before Big Payday?
Oh yeah.
What do you think they're gonna do?
Get wrecked.
Well,
Restake.
if they're expecting a huge run up right before and then a huge dump after big payday, if they're trying to front run the game, they're going to try to liquidate before big payday. If there is after the AA is closed and Uniswap's the only game in town, right before big payday, trying to liquidate, which I'm cool with that too. So because all that money that's in the economic energy in Gemini waiting to be released can just pick up that dip. So I'm cool with it.
All right. And then more than likely, watch, it doesn't pump, and then it pumps 2 days afterwards. Other coins comes out. That'd be hella funny. Oh man.
Well, it continues to do what everyone else hasn't expected. So why wouldn't that continue? You know, it's a magnificent mystery.
Alex, you still folding laundry? Where are you at?
He's onto the ironing.
My camera is a piece of crap.
Oh shit, got you.
Yeah.
He's ironing.
He's ironing.
He's ironing.
Yeah. I don't want you guys to see me with my apron on.
Damn.
So everybody in here is so everybody in here is from day one, right? Everybody's staked and everything, or is it
I'm
just
a day one FOMO tard?
I don't think you can find anybody that did not even FOMO. Everybody.
Yeah,
Oh, I know one. I know a couple. There we go.
I'm
There it is.
and remembered about day 4. Boy, was that
That's the same thing that happened to me. I forgot. I knew I was gonna jump in, miss day 1.
Have you ever seen that thing on when stocks are if you stay invested into a stock and everything like that, there's the reason you shouldn't buy and sell it too much is because there's usually 10 or 20 days in the year where it makes all its gains.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's probably 2 or 3 days out of the year where you lose all your money too. So you
It's
guys
true.
literally, yeah. So you got damn, getting it on day 4 is pretty nice, man. That's a better dollar cost average, that's for sure.
Good call.
Yep.
Yeah. So you guys just forgot?
That's honestly what happened. Yep. And then it struck me out of the blue, and I'm like, oh shit, I need a claim. And then I see I'm on day 3, and it's just like, well, I'm gonna claim anyway. So
Yeah. Well, Kareem, you say less than 4 billion hexes coming out 48 hours after big payday. That's not entirely true, because you're not including the 2x stack that the people are getting for big payday that are staked through it as well. So it's probably going to be closer to 12 billion, honestly, that are actually coming out 48 hours after big payday. There's actually about, I think we're looking at somewhere close to 20 billion will be their stakes end anyway within the first 10 days. I spent a lot of time looking at Hex.Vision the 10 days after big payday, as well as the next big release of stakes that comes out at the end of March through middle of April. So those are the 2 big times, right after big payday, the first 10 days after, and then those in March and April. And I'm hoping everyone restakes, because that's not wise. I don't think it'd be wise to try to all of them dump at the same time. What would be the point of that? You can just hold off just a little bit longer and wait for people to buy that price back up. It doesn't make any sense to dump that price.
Definitely. Look at Hextoshi just rubbing it in.
what's he rubbing in?
I claimed on day 2 after everyone blew their wad.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this 1,000 times already, but man, I had 12 Ethereum ready to go on day 1, and I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna do 6. So stupid.
Yeah, did you guys catch the BitBoy interview today? I wasn't able to catch it. I promised Coffee
Really good. It was really
and
good.
Gosh Deep that I would watch theirs, so I wasn't able to watch that at the same time. I'll watch it tomorrow.
He did a
It went
political
good?
breakdown, economics breakdown, everything, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I just love Tom in the comments on YouTube says BitBoy was given $350 in Hex. It turns into 20,000 and he is still skeptical. How are you still skeptical when $350 given to you free turns into 20 grand?
Yeah. By the end of the stream, he kind of was like warm. He was pretty warmed up to him, but he wasn't like being an asshole or anything. He was actually asking good questions. So BitBoy's pretty cool in my book, man. For real.
The digital assets news, that one I did get a check because it was only like the last 8 minutes of his stream or of his video that he released today. So I did get to check out that one, but I'll have to check out the BitBoy interview tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey,
Silver the
in the chat.
Huh?
I said Annette's in the chat. We haven't seen her in the chat.
Annette, it's good to see her. Well, we saw her last night, man. You gave her our show.
away.
Show.
Gave it away and did the badass intro for the ladies. That was pretty cool, man. That was really cool.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I mean, you'll never have Kyle ever come back on the show again. But other than that,
Or the Hexologist. He
Hexologist.
told me he doesn't want to be friends with you anymore too.
Yeah, he said they're no longer friends.
We're no longer docking anymore.
I don't even want to admit that I know what that is.
The laugh did it all.
Yeah, I guess the girls blew it up last night, man. That was awesome. That was really cool.
Yeah.
And they had a different take on everything too, which was really neat. Really neat to see. You show me one other crypto community that has that many women in it. Just one.
Yeah.
No. They all usually just have one token woman in their midst.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a paid shill usually too. I mean, it's not even someone that believes in the project because they've actually done their research and see
all
what a
the guys
great deal it is.
All of our women actually have done their research and know their crypto and know Hex.
And if any of you ladies in the Hex community have ever sat on Tone Base's lap, I don't want to know about it. You're gonna ruin it for me.
And took a picture, right?
And took a picture like it was something to be proud of.
Connects, it's your boy. Come on.
or did the same thing with Charles Hoskinson's with your finger in his beard.
Yeah.
Who knows where that came from?
The Annette says, yuck. Yeah, I agree, Annette. I agree.
There's another one too, but I don't say it. Shout out to hot dog water. Man.
Oh man, take me back to my high school days, man. This ain't even cool.
Grandma would say you used to use a magazine if you would sit on his. Wait, what?
Say to use a magazine. Wow. Hex Toshi, RG, did Justin send you your lemons yet?
No, Justin hasn't sent me my lemons yet.
Justin?
So was Randy's wife supposed to be on there, Miss Hilarski?
Oh yeah, I forgot about her. Yeah.
Yeah, I basically told her just go over there and freaking throw a belt around his throat or something, and then yank him off the chair. I think Randy obviously has a little bit more charge of his household than we might think. He might be alpha as fuck.
Yeah, I noticed a certain female pushed you off the chat too, man, off the camera.
What are you talking about?
What wasn't there like somebody else in there? It was like RG 3.1 or something.
RG 3.1, yeah, and then it got dirty real quick, and all of a sudden he's like, "You're done, give me the headset." And he kicked her out of the seat. Said, "Nope." Sorry.
Is that what happened? I didn't catch that.
Yep.
I said, "All right, these girls, this is grown ups. You got to get out of here, hon."
Yeah. I was so shocked. I was like, "What the hell is going on?" We just got instantly like.
Well, since I'm logged into the same StreamYard, I'm still in there. I'm going, why am I in here? What is going on? Me and DC were like, what are we doing here? Of course, Captain doesn't even tell us what's going on.
I was wondering if version 3.1 actually involved an RG3 gender change.
The face swap thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That would. Oh my god, that'd be so funny if we did the face swap like for the whole stream.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. Gummy talk. Yeah. Grandma was killing it. I heard, man.
She did.
She was over there with the 1 pound dumbbell, man. She was She was whipping everybody, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
she definitely was steering the ship last night.
Mhm.
It was great. Smart lady, man. Smart lady. I wish I had a grandma that was that big into tech.
Dude, that'd be
She's just
cool.
in it for the tech, right, guys? She's just in it for the tech.
For the tech.
Yeah.
She's in it for the math.
Truly is.
She said grandma's happy, man, because she got in on the big day on day 33.
33.
Mhm.
Woo.
I was talking about this with DC. I got in on day 33 too, but I just didn't go as big as I wish I had. If
Right.
if you knew now or knew then what you know now.
I always run those numbers. Like, had I sold all my Bitcoin for Ethereum and FOMO'd in on that day, where would I be at? Ugh.
He's like, not here.
I don't touch that. It just kills me.
Yeah. No, you know what
Now
helps
what
me
I got?
sleep at night is I just think like I did all I could at the time. That's
True.
just what I
Yep.
did. I mean, literally, I didn't sit on I didn't sit on my ass during that entire time. I was really doing all I could at the time. So
Yep.
I got what I
I'm
got.
at least grateful that, I got a piece of that day, because that's probably like all-time low. Not many people can say they got in on the all-time low.
Was that 277? 277 ETH, I think, right? 277 ETH on that
Yep.
day.
It was 1.84 mil, something like that, hex per ETH.
Just stop, band. You're making me cry.
Yeah.
Please don't keep going. You're reminding me of mom this.
Hey, RG. Are you in California?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Sometimes.
Yeah, San Diego.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool. Damn, you're way down there, bro.
Gonna be working down
Way
there.
down there. Yeah, but I go to LA Riverside very often because I got a lot of friends up there that want to get a wallet set up, but they don't actually understand how to do all the jump through all those hurdles. So
Send me a DM when you're on your way through. You drive right by my house when you go through, so we'll go grab some eat.
nice. The only reason I noticed because you're drinking the In-N-Out cup.
Is that what you were ordering earlier when we were talking, RG?
If you don't know what this is, you don't know.
What you talking about? What you talking about, RG?
That's what you're munching on over there?
If you don't know,
Edible foul fries.
if you don't know, you don't know, man.
You don't know,
This
man.
is like,
Lifesaver when you're on the go.
yeah. I had a protein style today.
Nice. Nice.
I got too much COVID weight on me, man. Got to get it off.
So you want me to DM you through private chat? This is all new to me. I literally just started doing the streaming today.
Hit me up on Twitter, and then we'll have a meetup on you when you're coming through Riverside.
What's your Twitter?
RG3
Enough.
_pirate.
Pirate.
Okay, cool.
I'll throw it in the chat too. Let me just
Oh,
find
okay,
it.
awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
So you're kind of close to Riverside.
You pass through me, yeah.
Nice.
All right, I'm gonna post the link in the chat for Red Pill Soldier here. He wants to come on, and if he doesn't act too unruly, we'll let him stay. How about that?
Well,
All right, Red Pill, we just sent you a link, man. Oh crap! What happened there? Why did your Twitter.com come up too at the same time?
Huh?
That's really strange.
We posted at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah, my bad. Well, there you go. RG's Twitter.
There's RG3's Twitter in case you guys want to DM him.
If you guys want to make a 3.69 million giveaway.
Man, camera still isn't
Wait,
working.
you still haven't done the giveaway?
No,
No,
sir.
that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen on Big Payday.
Yeah. On the 24-hour stream.
Nice.
So be there, be square.
Yeah, I wish I could make it with you guys.
But thank you very much for letting me on board.
Yeah, buddy.
JFK, thanks for coming and hanging, man. Appreciate
Can
it.
I call you Jack for short? I'll just call you Jack.
You can call me whatever you like. Just
All right, Jack.
Just don't call me late for breakfast.
All right,
Or
man.
you're
Sounds
killing
good.
it.
All right. See you later, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. We'll
Take
see you
care.
later.
That's a sick mustache. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, got the twists and everything. Wonder if he uses wax for that mustache.
Oh, boy. Hey, check out what Richard just. Yoda must have dropped a good meme because Richard just posted Yoda's meme.
Right.
I didn't even see it. It's not coming up.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
only thing better than Richard Hartwin dropping logic bombs on his people is this. Thousands of Hexicans learning from Richard and dropping his logic bombs on everyone they know. Oh, man, that's funny.
I love it.
Perfect.
I sent you a message, RG, already.
What's that?
I sent you a message already.
Okay, cool.
I've been
But-
telling you. Okay.
Go ahead.
No, this is just really stupid. Well, fuck it, I'll say it.
Doesn't matter. Go for it.
I
You're
thought
on
it'd
a
be really
pirate channel, bro.
Really? Did you just say that? You're on.
He literally just said, lay it all down here. Anything that's stupid, anything that, just go for it.
All right, there's no stupid questions, all right?
Stupider than shit that's been
There's
said on
nothing.
this thing
Yeah, the
already.
only stupid question was the one you didn't ask.
All right, man. This is what I want to do because I want to put ads on Pornhub for Hex and stuff, just so just for everyone knows the logo and stuff. For everyone across the world, like they can't even say where they know it from.
Dude, so
We'll get the whole Bible Belt.
Oh, wow.
Nagabo posted something today on Twitter about where his coins are at. Hex is up 100%. Verge is up 300%. I said, what? Verge is still here after their fake partnership with Pornhub and their inflation bug in 2017. So did you get that idea from Verge and did it work, DC? Is it worth putting the ad in Pornhub?
Wait, wasn't Spank Chain you're talking about?
No, Verge, you could actually pay, supposedly. There were screenshots in Twitter in 2017 where they had a pay button in Verge in Pornhub.
Verge and then Spank Chain. And then there's Weed Chain too. Pornhub.
Spank Chain. Oh my God. Who buys into that one? Yeah, dude, I bought this ICO. You got to check it out.
I think it went to 100 million, bro.
That's crazy, man.
Did anybody in here bought that piece of shit?
No, sir.
Verge?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Verge?
Verge?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I made a shit ton of money on Verge.
I had
So
Verge
did
at the beginning.
Yeah, so did I. I had a large bag of Verge and it just went ballistic, but I put it into one of the, I don't know if you guys,
Like
it was called
23
the
cents. It went up to 23 cents.
Coin Pouch wallet, and they just exit the whole, like they just clear out everybody's wallet.
Fuck.
And it was just, that's when I noticed, like, that's when you know you have to keep all your keys, like, to yourself, period.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to go through that learning process. to
Bittrex did
get
that
it.
to my salt. Bittrex
What's that?
liquidated my salt.
Oh, it's Salt. Yep.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Who was it?
Oh, Salt lending. Yeah, Salt, you lost your ass, man.
Oh,
Real.
man.
Was it
I'm going to lose
Hit
all my clients
BTC?
if they ever watch these shows. They're going to be like, you're on this shit?
Hit
You're on this-
BTC did that with my Storm.
Oh.
You guys heard Storm, where it's just like you get paid in Storm tokens for like watching ads, playing games, things like that.
That sounds like
And-
what's the hell's that?
Bat
token? Yeah, basic attention token. Yeah. It's not a bad idea. I mean, but someone else did it. Yeah, you should have still make sim. Yeah, I know. I wouldn't be surprised though. Spank Chain.
Huh. Anyway, yeah. It's, you know, when you saw all the crazy projects, though, was in 2018 for all the master node stuff. Oh, here we go. He's here. Or she. Sorry, I don't want to pretend like I know.
The only thing better than Richard Hartwin dropping logic bombs on.
Hey, Red Pill, turn down. I'm going to mute you here. Need you to turn off your speakers or put in a headset or figure out something with your sound, man.
A red pill soldier.
Oh yeah.
Like
I know these red pill guys very well.
That's
They're
cool.
the best.
Yeah. No,
Move out of their city ASAP.
yeah. Because like if you ever be careful if you ever invite somebody from a stream when it's black pill. Fuck, be careful, man. Because those guys have given up on life in a weird way.
You should check out Devin Stack. His YouTube is called Black Pill, and he does sound like he, it's all over, it's all going to shit, but there's still a little bit of hope in that, man.
Well, yeah. Well, it's like this. What happens? It's like imagine like these guys are all zombies, but like they just stack dead zombie bodies on top of each other. And once you're at the top of the hill, well, like I guess I'm the zombie king, so I guess I shouldn't be too sad at life. That's like literally what happens with these fucking black pillars and stuff. They're like,
wow.
They're like, it's not worth having a girlfriend. It's not worth trying to even try to get a girl. But I'm gonna learn everything I can about females. Why? You wasted you're literally like they're like women. The lemon's not worth the squeeze. I'm just gonna give up on life. And then they literally all day and night they research females. Why? What's the point? I mean, it's like hurts my brain sometimes.
Sounds like something that a Bitcoiner will say.
Probably. Yeah. Well, Tom's actually right here. This guy right here, Tom, he's like black pill. Yeah, so because a lot of them are really smart and have great perspectives. Like some of them could get girlfriends. They just don't fucking try because they're like, I don't know why.
What the fuck is all this pill shit anyway?
I'm just going off the red pill soldier's name, man. Come on. That's why I'm saying red pill guys don't give up. They're trying.
Red pills, blue pills, fucking black pills.
Gas station pills.
Man, all we
Stead
have
pills.
Them all.
Gas station pills. Brought to you by Blue Chew.
Oh
shit!
What's going on with Red Pill?
I think he can unmute himself.
Oh,
here, hold on. I'll unmute him. Sorry, ma'am. I was the one that muted you since we had.
Hello.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Yeah, good lads. Good meeting you all. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, good to have you.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be part of the. By the way, I never do this shit. This is extremely weird for me. I'm one of those introverts that wants to sort of hide in his little cage. But I'm very proud to be part of the HEX movement and the HEX community, and I only just got in a few weeks ago, and so I'm playing crazy catch up.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, man, definitely welcome aboard. There's if there's one thing I could obviously watch everything that Richard puts out, so start watching them all.
Yeah.
Play them while you're sleeping.
I've been binging Richard Hart like crazy.
Good. And then
all that shit.
There's two really good streams with Discourse Syndicate that you should really watch. One with Kyle and one with Firebun, explaining shares and emergency end stakes.
The Kyle one's actually pinned on our YouTube. It's right on the front page.
Yeah, you want someone who had a part in the brainstorming of how the share should work and mathematically how it works. It'll expand your whole idea of what HEX really is. And then Firebun's deep code dive into how much you get paid if you emergency end stake early. Whew. And it just blows your mind one day early and you lose 50% of your interest for that whole stake. So
yeah.
That was such a proud moment when I learned that. That was a one piece of knowledge that blew my mind. I was like, it actually stops kind of front running. So it's like almost you have to be a tea leaf reader. Scream, like look into the crystal ball. Like I'm going to front run on this day. Okay, good luck, sir.
Yeah, good luck.
So Red Pill, what was the main thing? The main like the main just popped in your head. Like what was?
I've only been actually getting into cryptos in the last 6 months.
Okay.
The only thing I knew before 6 months ago, the only thing I knew about crypto was Max Kaiser shilling the fuck out of Bitcoin back in 2011.
Yeah.
So I've been aware of cryptos for a long time, but it it took a flick of a switch in my head to properly start doing my homework on it about 6 months ago.
You're spoiled. You're not gonna like any other crypto now. Your first one that you actually get in on just is gonna 10,000x, and you're gonna be like, I already won the game. Like, I broke it. I'm good. I don't even need to get into any of these other cryptos.
Oh, Brennan's in the chat. What's up, Brennan?
Brennan.
Oh, Brennan.
That's a smart motherfucker right there.
Yes, it is. Hex genius, if you ask me.
Hex genius right there. Brennan is fucking legend, man. That guy is going to go down in history as being one of the smartest motherfuckers at Hex. So,
Fuck yeah. Brennan
was the guy who told me to get in here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Him, what was Abracadabra and Valley Brand and Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brand's out here doing work, man. For real. I catch Brand has been steadily dropping streams and doing his stuff. He's always on Twitter, man. He's a really active dude, man.
Working on his gun show.
He don't put him away. He don't put him away. All day. Every time I'm on Twitter, everything's done. I hope he has
You want to know the story how I found out about Hex, because I was following a lot of the YouTube crypto influencers who have the most views and all that on YouTube.
Yeah.
And there was another one, but the first time was when a Hexagon was trolling one of their live feeds. I can't remember who it was, and I could see it was really pissing off the crypto influencer. I'm like, what the fuck's with that? So I started to see that happen more and more. And then I think it was Steph, the Hex whale, that airdropped Ivan on Tech with that $1,000 drop or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? And then that's what basically catapulted me, properly looking into it, and basically just gone down the rabbit hole ever since.
Goddamn, Steph.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
We did it more than once.
Yeah. He
He's a legend.
Yeah.
I just can't believe how much gatekeeping there is going on with Hex, even now, even with all the data that we've seen over the last, for you guys. I mean, you guys have been in it pretty much from the beginning, and it's I'm sure you guys have been through a whole heap of shit, having to deal with all the haters and it
don't hurt too much coming from that group. I mean, it's not what we're doing is making history, which is cool as fuck, because this is all everything's recorded. Everything that we've been through, everything that they've done, everything that we've talked about, it's all recorded now. It's all history. And they're going to look like such fucking idiots when the time comes. They're going to be on the wrong side of history, period, end of story. And like I've said it 1,000 times, the Hexicans will be the crypto influencers of the future. You're looking, all the people that have come through this stream, there's a whole bunch of them that are going to be crypto influencers, because they're the ones that got it right. And they're going to be on the right side of history when all this is said and done.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Fuck yeah.
Amen.
Can you talk about how total shares are calculated and
and what to expect in terms of total shares over the 15 years?
Over the 15 years.
Hex. So I think the total amount of T shares in the system that's possible is about 40 million. I mean,
21 million. It's the same as there's a number of
if everything was staked.
When you run the stake is what they're talking about. When you run the staking tool, it talks about total shares. That's what they're talking about.
I'm pretty sure it's 21 million trillion shares, and Brennan was actually the one that figured that out. So it matches Bitcoin with its scarcity in shares. So regardless, how that's going to work is based upon how many other shares there are in the system and your percentage of the total shares in the system. That dictates how much of that 3.69% coin inflation you get every year. So right now we're just shy of 30% interest, because there's only 12% of the people of the coin supply is staked. So as that goes out farther and farther, what you can do right now is you can extrapolate that on the hex.com website, or the go.hex.com, how many hex per T share you're getting per day. Right now it's approximately 5. times the number of T shares that you have. So you multiply that 5 by the number of T shares, by the number of days that you have at stake for, and that'll roughly, it's not even close because it keeps going up every day. So you're going to have to keep looking at the number every day going up. But you extrapolate that over 15 years, you can imagine that's a lot of interest, not including big payday if you stake before big payday for 15 years. So there's a lot of variables there, but I think it's a great question. If you have anything more specific along those lines, I think all of us could probably help you out with that one.
And every time we stream, the hex price goes up, baby.
DS pump, DS pump.
DS pump, baby. 5%.
Emergency end stakes as well.
Hey,
On
real
top of
quick,
that.
Brennan said, "Hey, bros, I was not the one who hypothesized there would be a 21 million T shares."
It wasn't, Brennan?
Like, hey, whoa! I didn't do that.
Okay. I thought it was from your Hex Genius, but I know it was. I'm talking secondhand because I actually heard this from Big K, and I thought he said he got it from you. But either way, the amount of total possible, because that even includes, doesn't it, if the OA stakes and how many shares are possible?
No. If everything was staked.
Yeah, exactly, including the OA, which is unlikely to happen. Is my point. Is the point I was getting to.
But 40 million trillion shares would be the maximum amount in the system if everybody was staked, 100% staked. But that's not going to happen. So yeah, like the way the system, it's 21 million, but that's just kind of a coincidence. Well, maybe. but maybe a coincidence. And then to tell you the truth, it's probably lower, to tell you the truth. I mean, it's probably gonna be like 7.
Well, it's not likely.
Yeah,
it's not likely.
Yeah. It's only gonna go down, to tell you the truth.
It doesn't. It really doesn't matter. I just thought that was a neat figure that got pulled out of the air from someone, and so I'm misquoting where I even got it from, and Brennan's letting me know that right now. But I still think it's a pretty neat premise that T shares are as rare as Bitcoin right now, and they're only going to become more rare.
Right.
More rare.
Mm-hmm. Now, the number of T shares in the total system can go up as more people stake, which dilutes your percentage of the interest that comes back to you in the form of the 3.69% total inflation of the coin every year. But without trying to get too technical, a lot of that's not going to be realized for 4.3 years, since the average stake length is 4.3 years. So you won't even see those coins hit the market on average for 4.3 years.
Hell yeah, man.
Dude, the game theory is just so amazing, the way he built it to ratchet up and trap that economic energy and keep it from just being dumped on everybody's heads.
Big Pepe's 3-cent prediction before BPD. Thoughts? Well, yeah, I think it's possible.
I think it's totally possible. Once that AA goes away, there's a lot of purchases going through the AA every day. A lot of purchases. And they're not tied to any, and a lot of them are tied to new wallets that we've never seen.
Nice.
Well, I mean, you could put it like this: average, low average, 10,000 ETH in the AA, right? For like the past couple weeks. Once AA goes away, that's 10,000 ETH buy pressure every day.
Yeah.
If that were to continue.
Yeah. I think there is enough after big payday, the immediate end stakes. There's enough for the opportunity for, if not enough of the people of this, or the coins that are unstaked after big payday are not restaked, there is an opportunity for a dump. I mean, let's be honest, that's a lot to hit the market at one time.
Now, Silver, the antidote's in here. We got.
Hey, Silver.
Smart motherfuckers are in.
Is my boy.
Yeah, that was a great video he put out earlier today about the OA. I think that was the best description about the OA. Like, everybody asks about the OA, but STA's video about it really is probably the best way or easiest way to shut somebody up with asking about the OA. Here, just watch this video.
Well, what I gathered from that is what I said on stream a few days ago. I said the OA is a what, it's not a who. you know, because people keep saying, oh, Richard this and Richard that and the OA and the OA. It's not a who, it's a what, you know, it's a function. It's built into HEX. It's part of HEX. And the functionality of it isn't completely understood, but like you said, SCA said it the best as far as anybody's ever laid it out.
Right.
How's the staking going to work after AA is gone?
Like it always
Same
has.
as it always has.
And I just want Silver to stay away from my addresses because I don't want that motherfucker looking at my shit.
Yes.
Everything, man. Holy
Hey,
shit.
Silver, DM me after this. I'm going to give you RG's addresses to dig through.
He just takes that shit, fucking takes its clothes off and throws it on the table for everybody to look at that shit. So let me.
No lube.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, Toby won't
Say no.
He
Say no.
You guys got interesting names, to say the least.
Oh, yeah.
No, man.
Mexicans have the weirdest names. Names.
Oh, we just had fucking JFK 666 on here.
JFK. No, I like how everybody's so diverse in here. Like I know crypto in general is very diverse, but I was just in a stream with a Filipino guy, and he's happy as hell with what everything is going on with the price performance, and I mean that's amazing because I mean that's somebody else in the country that actually needs it and will put it to good use for themselves and their family. So I'm like, this is freaking awesome. So props to all the guys who are involved in this, because then it wouldn't reached out to all these countries that we wouldn't even know. Like these guys, this guy was pretty shy about getting on stream, but he hopped on stream regardless. So I'm like, dude, that's awesome. So I was pretty much listening to what he was saying, and I mean, you can just tell like the genuine smile on his face. Like, I'm happy, man. I'm happy to be here, and that's freaking awesome.
There's a lot of happy Hexicans, especially as more time goes on.
That is an understatement.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Red Pill, you just got in a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah, less than 3 weeks ago.
Nice. We gotta push this thing to $7 now, like Alan was saying.
Well, since day 335, I've done a stake ladder all the way through, from 2 months all the way to 5555.
Nice.
So
good for you,
so
man.
I didn't get
to pay off.
Yeah, I actually found Conrad Zen was pretty good in simplifying how the whole ladder thing works.
Yep.
And I loved his recent interview with Richard Hart. Love that.
Yeah, Conrad Zen's fucking cool ass dude. OG man for sure, and Bitcoin OG too.
Yeah.
Check this out. This is a good topic right here.
Okay.
Brennan says, will whales fat finger the price on the 18th to max out their HEX for staking, or will the whales front run hypothetical big payday dip and sell hard to shake out plebs after big payday to sell their big payday to buy on a dip?
I hope the latter.
I wouldn't. I mean, what we asking? What's more
We're
likely?
gonna know soon.
I hope they try to front run and sell hard to shake out the plebs.
Cool. The 24-hour stream is going to be cool because we're going to get to start seeing what's happening 12 hours before big payday and then 12 hours after. So we're going to see what's going to some main events will already have happened before we start streaming, and then right as we're closing, we might see right after big payday, we're going to start seeing events happening right then and there.
Yeah.
You guys got a 24-hour one?
What's that?
You guys got a 24-hour stream going on?
We're going to stream 24 hours for the big payday.
Holy nipples, dude. What the hell?
Well, I don't know too many holy nipples, but
we did it once before.
24 hours? Are you kidding me? What?
We streamed 24 hours.
Damn. Okay. That's
Let me see,
Kinetics,
guys.
don't you have kids?
I do. I have
Like,
four. I have a fourth one on the way.
Their mom had holy nipples for some time.
I guess there's some truth to that. I guess I never looked very close.
Well, how's the milk gonna come out?
Yeah, that's an awkward one.
What the fuck?
No, I just had to catch him. He didn't know any holy nipples. I mean, what?
Yeah, I didn't expect anyone to answer my rhetorical question. So, but I do like Wendy for Tendy's question. Who has some side cash for a big payday dip?
That's I've got my powder. I got Hex. I got
good.
E. Ready to go. I'm ready.
Yep. BPD will be like a reverse stock split. There will be some selling. Ooh, I like the thought of that.
There we go.
Yeah, man. I agree with Silver, the antidote on that one.
Cancel each other out.
I think both will happen, Kareem. It's a question of who has a stronger force to push up or down, or maybe the whales fighting each other just cancel each other out. See, that's what it's going to be, is a whale war. It's going to be a whale war for the next, as soon as AA ends, I think it's a whale war at that point.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them sitting there waiting.
I can't wait to see.
See who flinches.
You guys ready for like first quarter 2021 10-cent hex 10x? You guys ready? When there's no adoption amplifier and someone drops that $8 million it takes in economic energy to pump us to 10 cents.
Oh my God.
You guys ready for that?
We're gonna shoot up past 10 cents. That's not even a question.
Oh, dude, I'm talking short term. I'm talking short term. Yeah, like first quarter, 3 to 4 months.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah. I know a lot of people that are waiting for any kind of dip after the big payday. They're waiting with Ethereum on the sideline. Like, they're waiting for the dip. I'm like, bro, get the big payday and then do whatever the hell you want. But no, they're like, no, I'm waiting for the dip. Like,
the only way that's going to work out well for them, if you think about it, because they're not getting the big payday bonus. So they have to depend on at least a 0.003 price to get back in with the same amount of hex as people are going to have right now with their big payday bonus. So you literally have to see a 66% dip from where we're at right now for them to be able to get what you missed out on for big payday. So they better hope that dip doesn't get bought up too quick before they can hit the buy button on it.
But if you've been in crypto long enough, you know what happens. It leaves you behind.
It does. Yeah. You can sell Bitcoin at 1,400 and then it never come back.
I'm still waiting for that $900 Bitcoin, bro.
Yeah, right. Still waiting for that.
So I found a Bitcoin on one of my wallets, and I just I put it. That was my very first YouTube video. I converted it into USDC, and I just dropped it because I wanted to keep track of back then it was 1,300. It was $13,500 worth of Bitcoin, and now I'm kind of keeping track of that Bitcoin, how it's gonna be valued after like a couple months, a year, and then I noticed that somebody with the stimulus checked. I was like, dude, that's awesome. So apparently there's somebody else that's keeping track of another thing that they bought into Hex. So that's pretty creative.
Annette said she saw the video.
Annette.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, that's a lot more than the stimulus package, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Congratulations, dude.
So who's gonna come up with the Ethereum one? Come on.
Oh man, I've thrown too much Ethereum into Hex now.
Oh yeah, especially on day one, right?
Oh yeah. Don't worry,
dude, that gets emotional, man. Like, you're waiting for something for like a year, and then I didn't even pay attention to it. I was just like, oh, first day, boom, drop it. I was like 20 Ethereum in there, and I was like, whatever. And then after a couple of days, I was like, oh my gosh, whatever, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just gonna dollar cost from here on out. It's fine. But then I realized Richard was actually saying like don't do it. Don't do it. I was like, if I should have listened a little bit more on the streams, I would have caught that one. But whatever. It does get emotional because you've been waiting for something for a year by someone who actually puts his money where his mouth is. Literally, somebody gives you the measurements about, hey, this is what it's all about, and this can happen. If you don't follow that, that's on you. But he gives you the measurements to understand what's going on, and he gives you like obviously the EOS chart. I saw it later, but it does get emotional. But once you're in, hey, I'm gonna be here until like what, 15 years and still go on after that. It's fine. Don't get emotionally attached to it. And then get out there and do something in the real world. Don't be like a dumbass trader and be like, hey, I'm here to sell you a course. I'm like, you're retarded, dude. Like, no, like you guys do not make that much money. I've seen traders. They just don't. And they act like they're all the shit too.
I know.
Which is really funny because I was like, how much do you make? And don't screenshot something that you actually like somebody
that you were out at one point in time, but you didn't close your position in time, and so it showed you were up 1,200%, but you really ended with a liquidation. Like,
I don't like it. They pretend that they're not, and then they want to bring you on board on something that's just garbage. And it's like, you guys can go out there and build something, make a business. Like literally, I came across this guy on Twitter, and I called him out because he was literally posting GIFs about BitConnect attached to HEX and everything. I was like, dude, let's debate this. Like literally, come on. This is the whole reason why I started this stream, because I want to get this guy in here and I want to rub his face in the pavement a little bit verbally. But it's like, dude, you have no basis on what you're saying. Like, and that's everybody in the crypto market, except with some of the, like you guys, like you actually looked at something, and you can prove right there on the code, on the charts, everything that Richard's saying, you can actually measure it. What's so hard about that? Like, you can tell these guys are just being ignorant. So I've gone past that point that, you know what, I want to get a lot of guys that are holding Bitcoin to get out of Bitcoin, because to be honest, Bitcoin, it's so vulnerable. You guys know exactly what's going on with Bitcoin. Like you try to develop something on it and you introduce inflation bugs on it. That's a death sentence for a crypto right there.
Yeah.
Print as many coins as you wish. Dude, you have to get other people out from Bitcoin into at least Ethereum.
Well, it's the most critical vulnerability.
At least that it can be secured. So I'm not being too kind with these Bitcoiners, because you know what? If that thing goes down, everybody goes down with it. So,
well, if you would have wrapped your Bitcoin into Ethereum and you just wrapped Bitcoin and bought HEX and 80x'd your stack, then you could have bought back your little measly bag of Bitcoin at any point anyway. But
literally. Yeah.
So, I just wanted to put that in there. I went to the $1,200 stimulus check is now worth his Twitter page.
Nice.
And just took how many HEX that was times multiplied it by the price right now, guys. So I just wanted to put that on the screen. So yeah, you could have turned 1,200 into just shy of $19,000 US dollars.
Nice.
Earning interest too if it's staked.
And earning interest at about a 30% return right now. So
year-on-year compounded,
January, now worth 165K.
What's that?
What?
One Wagyu steer in January worth 165K.
The Sapper is a Wagyu farmer, though, isn't he? Really? I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah. So he knows. So you take that Wagyu price in January, it's now worth $165,000 in HEX. If you'd sold a Wagyu and bought HEX with it.
what was it? If you bought an iPhone in 2019 in Hex and sold it to what that
Oh
iPhone?
my goodness.
Stupid.
Hey, DC, drop Gary.
I already did it. It's done. It is done, my friend. Dude, that's all I do is I hawk these chats.
All I drop is links.
A Wagyu steer right now is only worth 3K. So you could have turned one Wagyu steer worth 3K into $165,000 if you had bought Hex with it in January.
In the immortal words of Joe Dirt, is this queer? Is this queer?
Is this queer? Is this queer? Oh my goodness.
Jesus. I'm so mad he didn't get chosen for the role of Joe Exotic. I'm still mad. Dude, perfect.
Like, been so perfect.
So perfect.
Damn, yeah, man. I sprinkled that BTC, Annette.
Annette? Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah.
Because that's what I was saying on when I was doing that goofy video. I was like, sprinkle that Bitcoin in there.
Mm-hmm. So Jay, yes. If you want to compensate for the BPT and the T-share price after big payday, the price would have to drop to 0.001 cents, so a tenth of a penny. But that's not what I was saying. I was saying to have the same amount of Hex as what you could have got by staking through it. If you want to buy it with the same amount of money, you're going to have to hope that it goes to 0.003. So if you're talking restaking it for that share price into the future, it depends how far into the future you're also looking at staking that as well, Jay. But I was just talking about the actual number of Hex liquid in your wallet.
Oh, a wild Gary appears.
Is he here?
He is here.
There he is. What's up, buddy?
What's up? I saw just a little bit of the massive stream from yesterday. You guys all doing the Friday the 13th with all the creepsters. And
kick that to the garage.
For a second till he dropped us and put all the girls on.
Was that all staged and planned? I saw part of it. I was on an airplane flight and I was trying to connect.
It was staged and it was planned. It was poorly executed, Captain, but it was definitely staged. We had no idea what was going to happen.
The only thing that's been poorly executed around here. So.
Well, I got this boilerplate message that said, "You have made it. You have made the cut. You're going to be in," or something. I was like, "Oh, that's all so sweet. That's so nice. It's like exclusive or something." And then I was like, "Oh yeah, there's like 50 people on here
for like 5 minutes." Yep.
There's actually only 10 of you. There was 10 picked out.
And there was an XX and an XY chromosome group, right? There was like the girl group and the boy group or something.
Yeah, they got so butthurt they had to go start their own stream.
We started our own stream. DC calls me on the phone and says, "Should I start another stream?" And I said, "Do it. Fire it up."
Do it. Come to the dark side.
Well, again, we're trying to get as many people to participate as possible for I know everybody wants to have that couple of hours right around the rollover for Big Payday. But I was gonna fire up. I have just like RG3 and Hexo and all these other people. We have like 10-person accounts, so it would be really cool to kind of flood, at least that couple of hours. That I know it's gonna be a 24-hour stream, but I'll fire up mine.
I'll turn DS on. I'll turn DS on like the hour before and the hour after. We'll do a stream.
Yeah, so I mean, it can it can be like the most. Obviously, everybody, we want them to watch the Hexo show.
Yeah, if we all turn on streams, then that way we could have a whole bunch of people on.
Yeah. And what's good is it actually counts with the algorithms. I mean, again, your computer and your Wi-Fi has to be able to cover whatever you can cover. But if you're watching 2 streams at the same time, even if you mute the people you don't want to listen to, you're counting toward that algorithm and you're counting toward it getting pushed to the top as far as the topic. So I think we all should coordinate a little bit and say what our hashtags should be inside of the description field for the big 24-hour stream. And if any of us have a StreamYard or anything like that makes it really pretty easy, you can flood Twitch, Dlive, YouTube, all at the same time. And basically that day can be a Hex day. It's not just one program that all of us are watching or participating in Hexo. If you have the bandwidth possible and your computer is robust enough, you can have 3 or 4 streams going at the same time, and it will affect the algorithm for that day to be like a Hex day.
Bro, can you imagine like 5,000 people streaming?
Yeah. Well, it could be 5 streams of 1,000 people, and it will
Yeah.
be 1,000 in the algorithm. That's what I'm saying. So,
Is anybody doing the Spanish one? I'll do it.
How do we join? How do we join Hexo's 24-hour stream?
he has a sign-up sheet as far as the actual slots. I know that if he's going to have, I think it's like 9 slots with 1 reserved for Richard.
Yeah.
So there's a Telegram group. When you guys can drop the link or something for it, but there's a Telegram group that Steph made a spreadsheet, and so you just put your name and whatever time frame you in UTC you want to do it.
Yeah. Do you have Telegram, Red Pill?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on the HEX Crypto group.
Yeah,
Great.
so DM one of us, me, Kinetics, anybody that you know, recognize, and then there's a requirement once you look at that. Kinetics, can you clarify? I don't know how. I know I've blurted out what's going to happen. What can they do to join? What can Red Pill do to join if he can join?
I don't remember now because I could have told you probably 3 days ago, but I would probably message Steph is who I would message. That'd be the first person I would go to, and then maybe if he has time, I'm as if Steph isn't already busy too, but Hexologist are the 2 that I would talk to, because they're going to be. Steph is the one that created the worksheet, and Hexologist is the one that's going to be running the stream.
I know they have some prerequisites, so basically you got to reach out to one of those 2 to basically be on that stream, that particular stream. But what I'll do is anybody that wants to be, that doesn't meet whatever the thresholds are for that group, during the couple of hours before, I think RG3 will do it, and I'll do it. Anybody else that has StreamYard that can do it will bleed over. We'll have extra rooms too for those days. Huh?
I'll open up DS for it.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool.
Mr. Tito, thank you for the Ninja Gaming man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's like, thanks for keeping Hex alive, boys. Yeah.
I love it, man. That is awesome.
Think about, like I said, offline, and we can text before to know what the SEO might be. Who's really good with SEO? Is that like
Randy.
a Firebun Steph thing, or who's a
Randy Helinski.
Randy? He knows SEO really good. So yeah, so we should probably get like a template of the SEO keywords, and then when we fire off Twitter or any of these platforms on Big Payday, I think that'll be really good.
Coffee has a really good one too that he's used not just for his videos but for his marketing.
That's right. Yeah.
This is such a good one right here.
All right. They're warning their followers. This is not going to cover it. They're going to say, ignore that total eclipse of crypto. Do not pay attention to the eclipse of the sun. Everybody needs to be looking at Bitcoin that's gone up, 30% in 6 months.
They don't want the likes of us rich. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's exactly right. They don't want a bunch of rich pirates rolling up into their blockchain.
Influencers. You're gonna see some of us hanging out at your little shows, and it's gonna fucking piss you off.
That's right. We're gonna run like 2,000 deep. A bunch of Hexicans with money.
Wearing some stupid
all over the streets.
Never should have gave y'all Hexicans money. Fuck your couch.
Well, this is a landmark thing. It's like the first year, like the Marine Corps had its birthday recently. This could be, and this Hex thing is programmed, I think, at least 150 years mathematically. So this is a plank owner year, and it's a birthday, right? It's the first actual, like you had the birthday, which was December 2nd, and then the BPD has been talked about, really, right? So this is like a landmark, and then we're gonna have to have something like on December 2nd of this year, which will be the actual 1 year mark of the launch. So it's really exciting to be part of this core beginnings of this product.
Yeah. Can you imagine a Super Bowl commercial, Hex?
What's that?
A Super Bowl commercial for Hex?
Oh, dude, we got to make this happen. Damn it, Hexo, if you're watching, damn you. I said, hey, man, what are the requirements to be on the 24-hour stream? He said, anyone can join except Kinetics. Asshole.
Got booted.
I think last time I saw it was like $24 million with a. It was $24 million for the ad, and then it also was another you had also had to sign a contract where you'd pay about $11 million of ads for the next year as well.
So I thought it was $500,000 for 30 seconds. Is
No,
link to this thing?
So this is off of an article I saw where they for certain things and stuff they charge you more, and then also there's like you have to continue on with more advertisement. It isn't like you can just it's like a one and done. You also have to pay more money for ads on like Fox or whoever's doing the stream or whoever's doing the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe the prices dropped. I mean, COVID's hit everyone pretty hard.
COVID and BLM killed like the interest in politicizing sports. You know,
Pretty much.
Everybody turned off the NBA and turned off the football and things like that. I mean, for the past year and a half, a lot of people did. They lost a lot of market share.
Yeah, they're over here stuck watching the Hex now. Steak war. Steak war. Yeah.
Yeah. So what topics? I know you guys were streaming for like an hour and a half or 2 hours. What was the highlights of your banter before?
A lot about shares, a lot about big payday before now. Oh, good. Red Pill, you got the message. Okay, cool. There's the sign up for it. And you must have a top hat. So just saying.
Yeah, I can organize that. That's not
okay. So we talked a lot about shares, pre and post big payday, total amount of shares ever possible. How Captain RG actually started off the stream with talking about how the shares we have today are pre big payday are Genesis shares. Like we talk about Genesis wallets with Ethereum and Bitcoin, but these are Genesis shares. And in a few years, that's going to mean something. I mean, Bitcoin's what, 11 years old now at this point in time. And 11 years from now, people are no one's going to be talking about Satoshi's Genesis mined coins. They're going to be talking about Hex's Genesis T shares. You guys had T shares? Man, we're lucky to get M shares or even billion shares now. Like, that's going to be such a big deal.
Yeah, true.
I talked about this in other threads, and anybody that's been around Bitcoin for enough time may know that there's a premium, especially when corporations, and they say this, corporations are going to get into holding Bitcoin as an asset and all this kind of narrative, right? Well, the idea is virgin Bitcoin, and that's why they buy from miners. So they buy from miners because those don't have a history. They haven't been in Osama bin Laden's hand. There weren't Dread Pirate Scott or whatever his name was from Silk Road. They don't have a history of being hacked from Binance or KuCoin, right? So the idea of a quote-unquote virgin Bitcoin has a value above and beyond its spot price. And that's the same thing potentially for anybody that has long stakes inside of Hex. If you have already staked and you have some long stake, all of your coin until your stake is over is virgin. It's virgin. And so you may, I'm not saying this, it will happen, but you may find if Hex actually gets to be number 3, number 2, number 1, that as a dominant coin potentially will likely have higher value as virgin coins as these stakes come out, because only you are the one that can beat KYC. And yes, you minted your own coin just like a miner does. And you may have a premium above and beyond what the spot is currently on Uni or whatever. So keep that in mind long term. Anybody that watches that is look at the history of virgin coin in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and anything else that has pseudo anonymity. If you have real estate, you want to buy a Lambo, you want to donate to a charity, you want to start a business and take value out of your stake or your coin, you may become a business person that says, hey, I've got virgin coin. I'm willing to KYC with you, Mr. Corporation, so that you can have Hex to restake for your hedge fund, for your 401k, for your employees, or whatever the use of the Hex is on the second round of utilization, right? So you don't have any corrupted or tainted Hex. Keep it in mind.
I'll take it. Give me the dirty shit.
You want the dirty shit? I'm telling you, the dirty shit. Virgin BTC is 30% more.
Wow.
You don't have a history to it. So if you're getting 16,000 now for Bitcoin, you can get 20 grand right now for a Bitcoin that has no history.
Oh, shit.
Annette says, I may not be a virgin, but my hex is.
That's right.
I just saw that. It's pretty
I
funny.
am shocked, Annette.
Yeah.
I thought for sure you were a virgin.
Well, a virgin.
I've lost all hope in life.
You know?
What's that?
It depends on how long you're talking. How long is your virginity? 10 minutes?
High priestess. Shame.
Shame.
Two, 12. Just trying to figure out this sheet right here for big payday.
Are all you guys based around the US?
We're on Mars. Everybody else got to catch up.
I'm Canadian.
He's Canadian.
Venezuela.
Canadian, eh?
No, I'm from Colorado, so yeah, I'm Merca.
Yeah.
Merc.
Merca.
But the shares, yeah, absolutely. Like
Yeah,
when I got into, or the idea, or when it finally clicked, shares was the most valuable thing in the ecosystem. I emergency unstaked a lot of my early stakes and restaked them out,
Feel you.
going out to like 10 years or beyond.
It's good and it's bad. Forever inside the Staker app, you'll see that history. You'll be like, look at what I gave away. But then you got to look at the other side and say, look what I got when I restaked. You're like, how many shares did I increase, right? So RG talks about the number dramatically being different. I did a restake the same sort of way, and it was dramatically different. And it wasn't that I didn't believe in the product. I just wasn't sure about the crypto space as a whole. Is this a long-term space or not? You know? So I had to restake the same reasons.
All right.
But yeah, in the Staker app, you see it every time you look at your thing. You're like, oh, I gave away that, that amount, but it'll come back.
Well, it's crypto has proven itself to have some longevity, being that shitcoin Bitcoin has been the freaking leader of it for 10 whole damn years.
Yeah.
So if that can lead it for 10 years, then something like Hex can take it another 150 years.
Yeah.
We should also give some credit over here to the Ethereum guys. They're locking up their coins for 15 years when Ethereum 2.0 comes out, So that ETH ain't coming out anytime soon either.
Yeah. And ETH for like what, maybe a day or two did overtake Bitcoin, or was it an hour?
Well,
Yeah.
my question about the staking thing on Ethereum, I know it gets talked about a lot. Do you really think that that's immutable? Do you think that really in 2 years from now they can say POS didn't work, let's go back to something else? Let's let you guys unstake that shit that you stake. I don't think it's really immutable once it launches as POS. Do you?
Well, someone's going to have to look at the code, right?
Yeah.
It's probably audited, but I don't know. But
I don't know. It's all, but I don't know.
I didn't audit it, and I haven't seen an official audit come out for it yet.
Vitalik threw 0.5% of his bag in the contract.
That's so crazy.
That should let you know.
Is that real faith? I think 0.5% of your portfolio.
Hey,
I thought you believed in your project, Vitalik. Come on, man.
What are you talking about, Jim?
That's a good sized bag.
Vitalik has a huge hex bag, bro.
Yeah, 0.5%. 0.5% of my bag is in there. Okay.
Yeah, like on paper, this is like verifiable. He has 365,000 Ethereum on paper from his company and stuff. That's how much.
For him being the leader in the name, again, I understand why he is diluted and stuff, but there's somebody inside of Hex that has 170,000 left to put in potentially, right?
I don't believe that number.
The numbers don't, again,
Yeah.
he's being all altruistic and decentralizing and saying, I should only have 300,000 of Ethereum. And again, it's inflating. It doesn't have a limit on how much it can have, right?
Yeah.
They sold at the top. The foundation sold at the 1,500 mark, and who knows? Maybe they reaccumulate and accumulate more, right, at the troughs. So they probably play the trade game too.
Can I answer this guy, Marcus Aurelius? He says, wow, are you guys banking on big Ethereum whales to make your fortune? No. I can speak on my behalf that I've been bringing in a lot of no coiners that, I mean, they're business owners and they don't really care how much money they'll put in. They just want to see a return. So from my point of view, no, I'm not relying on big Ethereum
we're
whales to
talking
do our
about
fortune.
movement. We're talking about movement. That's where
What's
we're
that?
going to see the movement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No.
No. I mean, that's what we're talking about. He's
Talking to
doing
Marcus.
what we're talking about, I think, by saying we're banking on it. Oh man, that's what's going to be the big movement that we're going to see over the next few days. Once the AA ends, if you understand the AA, I don't know if you do, but if the AA ends, then those whales don't have a place to enter other than Uniswap or through an exchange, which is they're going to start fighting themselves, getting into Hex at that point.
And all we have to indicate the future or to point towards some kind of indication of the future is what's happened in the past. And we've seen it 3 times now that huge ETH whales have dumped into the contract and pumped our price. So if history is any indicator of what's to come, then no, we're not banking on it, but it's likely to happen again. Yes, absolutely.
But do you know who's banking on it?
Who's banking on it?
Bitcoin is, because all the Bitcoiners don't shut the fuck. Everywhere I go, oh my god, oh my god, fucking like what was it? PayPal just bought this much, like MicroStrategy's bought $450 million of Bitcoin, dude. Like they're begging for Wall Street to buy their bags.
Begging for years though.
Hands and knees, begging. Please buy Bitcoin, you guys. Please. Like one of their wettest dreams is to get the retirement funds in. Please, old people, let's take old people's money and put it into Bitcoin.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing.
Let's take all this pension money that we're bleeding out on and hopefully get some return in Bitcoin and just sell another diluted product that people don't understand and that their pensions are depending on.
Well, it always has such a high burn rate, and the whole argument is that the miner pressure to sell, right, to keep their own bills and electricity and their own profit margin as well. How do you compare something that has a constant burn? I think over $1 billion is burnt. How much is burnt? How much is Bitcoin mined per year?
How many is it per day? It's over $1 million per day, isn't it?
Oh, it's more than that per day.
Is it 1 to 5 or something? I can't remember. Richard actually said it the other day.
About 4 million a day.
So 4 million a day.
4 million. There you go.
Right?
Over $1 billion.
That's like $1.5 billion.
Just shy of.
Yeah. So $1.5 billion never to come back. Basically just went to electricity, and out of their electricity and hardware and staff, what is real margin, right? What is your margin other than causing volatility to trade on and dump on people's heads, in addition?
If you think
the model, I mean, again, Bitcoin has served its role, but I do tend to agree with Johnny Chaos about it being a collectible now in some ways. Now, I've seen people spend crazy money on collectibles. I've sat in a $25 million Ferrari that was like 40 years old. And it was simply because one rich guy wanted to have a more rare car than another rich guy. So
hey guys, everyone on their best behavior. Richard just tweeted out that we're live streaming. So he's watching. The boss is watching. Everyone on their best behavior.
Oh no!
Since
come on.
That's the starting point. You're on best behavior.
On the Discourse Syndicate. Yeah. So I would say that there's more economic energy with Bitcoin on being spent on chips and electricity than there is anything within the actual Bitcoin ecosphere. So so 1.5 billion a year is just the energy cost. That doesn't even include the cost of the ASIC chips and the hardware that it costs to run.
And all these
mining farms.
The Eye of Sauron.
The Eye of Sauron is watching. Hurry, put on the suits, guys, is what Motley Investor said.
Oh my god.
Yep. Richard, we got some new guys on stream today. Glad you could join us tonight. Or day, or whatever time of the day it is for you. Yeah.
The one of the biggest things I love about Hex is how much systems theory and game theory is built into the code and to the actual. So even someone like myself that's still relatively new in crypto, to even I have an intuitive sense of just how much thought has gone into the structure of it is serious genius. I can't wrap my head around it. It's just crazy.
That's a horse that we've beat over to death multiple times on this stream, because it is so true. Every time you think you've got this thing figured out, there's some emergent properties that come out. Yeah, nobody beats it better than Randy Hilarski. I mean, than Discourse Syndicate. But
oh God, you jacking it out. That's awesome.
I mean, I was working this entire time, sir.
So it's interesting, Richard, obviously when someone asks a question, he has a formulated answer in his mind and he just elaborates on it because he may have answered that in the past. He's super quick about response, right? And he frames it in a way that new interviewer is digesting, right? So he says the same message, once he's thought it out to a degree, or he's gone down that thread in the past with someone else, he recants it pretty solid, very solid, right? Confidently. But over the past year, I can't tell you how many times that it'd be like something will happen and you'll see it in his face and like his brain is digesting it and he's like, wow, I never thought about that. And so it's amazing that the code is the code, that Hex operates the way it does, but it has these variables. Like the other day when Dollar Cost was commenting so much about 21 trillion shares, basically the average of being 21 trillion shares. When the theoretical was 40 trillion, it comes down to 21 trillion, and it's just coincidence, right? The shares are 21 million trillion. I think that was the thing, 21 million trillion. So it's like really, really interesting how these things erupt out of Hex that are just like adding cherries on top of sundae. It's just on top of better. It's really good.
For the record, earlier this stream, I tried to credit that to Brendan, and Brendan let me know that was not him that came up with the 21 million T shares.
Did he say who it was?
No, just
that.
It was I don't want credit for it. I didn't do it. But I think I just love all the emergent properties that have come up that it's almost you would think it's either genius by coincidence or genius in forethought, and either way I'm happy regardless of how it came about. And it is the economic black hole, man. It just sucks up so much economic mass, and you're incentivized. It's best for the system, it's best for the stakers, it's and it turns out in your favor to lock up that money for longer periods of time. And when you don't have that constant sell pressure and all you have is people buying, what happens? Price goes up. So it's just amazing. We talked at nauseum earlier about T-shares as well, but it's just amazing how we have these Genesis T-shares, that people are going to look back in the future and they're going to say, man, you guys have T-shares, like B shares. They're lucky to get billion shares, and T-shares isn't even going to be a common word. And you guys even talked about dollar cost and RG3 at the very beginning of the stream, that people are going to be like, what? You guys were staking like 1,000 and 5,000 hex at a time? Like, that's going to be unheard of to people when so many people are in, that the hex supply is going to be diluted over so many more people, that's going to seem like a large amount of coins to somebody.
And anything before big payday, it's going to be called Genesis shares. I mean, these are the best price shares that you'll see after big payday. All changes.
In 10 years, I'm gonna be telling people, man, this is polar bear, baby. And a seal inside.
Love it.
Hey, what's your best method for you guys to onboard no coiners? How do you start a conversation? I want to know a little bit, because that's a lot of things to package when you're actually talking to no coiners. What I would do is just talking about, hey, number go up, interest, and then people are like, oh, what? That's how I got started in 2017. Interest, that's it. But I'm curious about what do you guys have to say about that, because obviously no coiners are more open-minded than crypto people already involved.
Right.
So
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
the quick thing is to use both of your ears before you say anything at all. If you understand, just like in any sales, whether it's hard or soft sales, understand where they're coming from. Understand and understand their emotional position more than just the number go up, because you can shout things that are important to you and that are true about Hex, but if it doesn't land because they want their kid to go to college, they want to retire earlier, they think about riding a pirate ship around the Caribbean, whatever their dream is. So that Hex Dreams website or whatever, our TME thing, that's kind of useful if you listen to what they have to say. So when you first make the approach on any kind of sale, that's what you're trying to elicit from them, is what it would be your motivation. Right now, most business people and most middle-aged people that think about investing, what they're getting is 7%, maybe 10%. If they're speculating and they're riding dips and waves in the stock market, maybe they're doing more, but they're wrecking themselves as often because they don't know which direction the market's going. They're just basically gambling. So if you make $100,000 and then out of that you have taxes that take it down to 65, at least in California and federal. So you have 65 that lands in your bank, and out of that you pay your rent, your car, your lifestyle, and then out of that small little wedge, you try to invest it into something. You put it in a mutual fund, you put it into a stock, you say gold or silver or real estate, you try to invest it somewhere, and probably your yield is around 10 to 15% at the best, if you really kind of landed something good per year, right? So if you blow them out of the water and you say 233 times your money, they're going to look at you scam-wise. They're just going to look at you like, that's ridiculous. That's impossible, right? Especially if they're no coiner, they never heard of anything like that.
Like Hex Token was saying, that keep it simple. Yeah, and that's so true, because whenever I talk to my friends that are no coiners, it just clicks. Like it just clicks when you tell them, "Hey, interest," and then they're getting curious about it. It's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I know. Okay, tell me more." But if you start talking about shares and all this stuff, they're like, "Whoa, slow down." Fuck.
Yeah, like, too much. So what I'm saying is, if you know where they're at, like they may not tell you all their personal financial details, but if you kind of know where they're at, and they say something like, "Hey, what are you getting out of the stock market?" "Oh, I'm averaging 10%." They're going to really say that they're doing better than they really are. They're probably making 7 when they were going to say 10. It's just like going to casinos. They're going to say they did better than they really did. Absolutely. But if you just frame it as a way, it says, "Hey, what if you did better than that? 2% better, 5% better. Why don't you throw $500 at this? What are you gonna? Is your world gonna change because you lost $500? No. Is your world gonna change if it goes up 200x? Probably, right? Probably. So if you frame it in a way that, one, where they're coming from and know where they're coming from first, and without getting too detailed, because people start to clam up when you get like asking 1,000 questions about their life.
Definitely.
But if you kind of get that feel about it. If you go to buy a car, that's what the salesman's trying to do. He's not trying to sell you on the car cubic inches. He's communicating sex appeal or lifestyle, the things that, this is going to be safe for your kids to go to school in. So they're communicating emotion. If you can do the same thing with a no coiner, you'll close.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, man. No, I was going to say something stupid, but never mind. Forget it.
Yeah, the only thing I was going to add is like, this is more harder to do because you would have to know the person, but I mostly got a no corner, or my most recent no corner that I put on was, they talked about liking Excel and spreadsheets and crunching numbers, and I plugged hex.vision because there are tons of graphs, not even with no intention plugging crypto, but just like, hey, here's this site that has all this data analysis. And that's kind of what started the conversation. And she had a little bit of interest into crypto, but didn't want to make the jump. So the hex.vision site kind of just started the conversation. And as I started explaining more and more, she's like, "Oh my gosh, this is great. I need to do something, get into this." Because once interest also got into it as well, interest is huge.
If you know if you know friends really well, like for example, my friends that I know them really, really well, like, "Hey, just toss in stripper money in there. You're already in quarantine, so fuck it, just put it in." So they've been happy so far. So now you start opening the conversation a lot easier like that. So
Yeah, because
if you hard sell the idea to go all in to a middle-aged person, they're gonna not do that. They're not gonna be as brave. They're gonna be like, look, now I've earned something. Now I don't want to lose it. So you become more conservative the more middle-aged that you get. You just become more conservative because now you have something you don't want to lose. So if you say something like scale in, or why don't you see what happens week by week, and things like that. That's the whole reason that Bitcoin had a claim. That's the whole reason you could get 10,000 hex for Bitcoin, was basically just to give people a premium or a taste. And then that taste, as they see it over time, my friends that look at it, they look at it every 2 months or 3 months. They're not looking at Blockfolio. Every so often, they'll look at, maybe now the Staker app is out there, looking, they're like, oh, wow, it's changed a lot. It's a lot even better, right? So that's a good frame. And another thing is, I was saying earlier, if you earn a certain amount of money, what lands in your bank account and what goes out to pay for your life as it is right now, and then you have a small little wedge you're investing, think about the same thing from a business owner. So a business owner, if they are running apartment buildings and they have rent, they have a margin. That margin, they can take some percentage of that and put that into Hex and increase their margin. So if they put it in for a year, 2 years, 3 years, and they let it roll over and roll over and roll over, then it's actually like getting 80% margin instead of 30% margin when you do the math. So you can multiple your take home, whether it's as an employee or as a business owner, if you're playing with margin. You're playing with what's the price of your time? How much would it cost to hire you to scoop out horse shit out of a stall? $10?
Millions.
$1,000? Everybody has a price, is my point. So if you have a price, you can decide how much of that price you put towards speculation or investment or lifestyle.
Right. Yeah. So true.
So I think that all this no coiner talk is really just a bunch of it's a good thought, but I don't think that's where we're going to get mass adoption. I think mass adoption is going to be when Hex stabilizes, when all this FUD and everything goes away and Hex is doing what it's doing, and a great marketing campaign comes out, and people other than us, to be honest, are out talking about Hex.
Yeah.
We're here for the history, guys. I mean,
yeah,
you're gonna bring a few of your friends, a few of your family, grab a couple no coiners. Great. We're gonna get some adoption. We'll get some people in. But the mass adoption is gonna be when Hex proves itself, which is already has. We're just waiting for them to catch up to us. Hex is just waiting for history to catch up to it. Is all. It's already done. It's already there. It's already done. What crypto needed. The history is there. They just haven't caught up to it yet. Once they do, and a marketing campaign of some type, of real marketing campaign with real people with freaking suits and ties, telling people how they can, get into this CD-like cryptocurrency, that's when mass adoption is going to take on. And
wait, RG, am I hearing that what you're describing is time isn't linear and we're in the future, so everyone else needs to catch up to us?
Exactly.
Nice.
Those drug
Hex
campaigns
has already made history in crypto. They just haven't admitted it or caught up to it yet. It's already there. It's already written. It's already done. And nothing else can compare to it. No other crypto has done what Hex has done. They just haven't caught up to it yet. All of the other influencers, all of the other news, all the other media, everything else in crypto hasn't caught up to Hex yet.
I think there will be a tipping point sooner or later where onboarding will happen naturally, organically, by itself. We won't need people like like us to get people on board. It will just sell itself.
But to push back a little bit on that, RG, like, you don't really need mass adoption. You just need a couple, like, these big swinging dicks coming in. Like, that's it. That's it. You don't need mass adoption.
We don't need mass adoption, but the future is going to need mass adoption in order to make something like Hex, so people can realize that crypto is a safe and sane investment versus all the shit that they've been seeing for the years past,
But when I'm talking about when it comes to no coiners, there's a lot more value outside of the crypto market, and these guys, like, they can hold because they're business owners. They are not easily shaken out by needing money right away. So what better audience than to have these business owners that are no coiners to hold on to something like that? And that will be, like Richard was saying, like, you're virtually lending the value of your token. And these guys are perfect. Like, that's what I'm talking about when I'm mentioning no coiners.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How many of those people can we really bring in?
Yeah.
When we're talking about global adoption,
Yeah.
how many of those people are by word of mouth are we going to bring in? I've seen a network effect. I know what the network effect does. I was in network marketing for many years and saw the network effect work. And
were you really?
Yeah.
I was in network marketing as well, so I know the environment.
Yeah.
I know the hype.
So the networking effect, and I'm not
Circles.
talking about
It's 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 3.
Everybody gets their own 3.
I'm not
You
talking
get
about
your
all of
3,
that.
you get your 3, and everybody gets their 3.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about the network effect itself, not
I know, I'm
necessarily
just
the
messing with
marketing
you.
plan, but the networking effect.
Right.
Word of mouth advertising, word of mouth, friends and family, your circle, your sphere of influence, all of that. There's only so far that can go, and it works. Don't get me wrong, it works, and it works for it works for the immediate. It works for you immediately in your group. You bring in 5,000-10,000 people. Your network brings in about that many, 15, 20, 50,000. That's really not globally. It's a spit in the bucket globally. You know what I mean? These types of numbers.
I have to push back on it because everything you're talking about has an adoption curve. There was a time where there's only 5 people in the neighborhood that had a TV or a car or a headphone on an airplane, and they do become normalized. And so even when you have derivatives of intangibles that you invest in, whether it's a stock certificate, a bond, these are all creative things that had adoption through word of mouth. It wasn't because they saw
not just word of mouth. Those things, all television, all that stuff, not just word of mouth. That all got advertised. That all big.
Do you think the radio people were talking about buying a television? Do you think that they were promoting on the radio to buy a television? No.
No, but they put billboards up on the fucking street.
No. I push back on that because people knew that someone rich in their family or in the neighborhood had a TV, and everyone saw that TV and wanted that TV.
And they started advertising too. Sears catalog had them in.
I didn't say that they didn't advertise. I was saying that not just the beginnings or fledgling parts of the network.
That advertisement is what's going to bring the mass adoption. It's what's going to bring awareness to the general public. The networking effect, it works. I understand that it does work, and it does spread, and the whole Metcalfe's law and all that stuff works. I get it, but it goes exponentially when the advertisement arena gets involved, and then word of mouth. And
I think we're going to have to disagree to agree to disagree because. Did you join Facebook because an advertisement told you to join Facebook?
It has nothing to do with it.
Wait, listen to what I'm saying. You do things because your friends are doing things. Did you smoke marijuana because an advertisement told you to smoke marijuana?
It has nothing to do with it.
Things because friends told you.
But advertising works better.
No, it doesn't. No one believes news. No one believes advertisement. Everyone hates the car salesman. No, it doesn't.
It's a different social climate
more than you believe other things.
There's a reason why Ferrari and Lamborghini.
That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, I just wanted to address the elephant in the room. This is directly from Mr. Richard Hartwin. So
right, let me plug in.
So with Facebook,
advertisement hasn't gotten RG to get a better camera yet.
Matty Allen,
that's because he's at Grandpa's house. Yeah, and those.
I can tell you right now why people got into cell phones and stuff. I remember when I read them, like,
wait, Matty Allen was going to say something.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Let Grandpa put together his flip phone real quick and get everything settled so we get some better
fucking kids.
I just want to say, don't discount the power of this. This conversation has 10 people inside of it. Whatever the audience.
I'm not discounting.
I
told you I understand Metcalfe's law.
Yeah,
I get it.
So I was going
to say advertising is the only way to get mass adoption. I don't agree with that. I think that the way you get advertising
enhances it. It enhances it and it spreads it around further. Yes, The networking effect works within the advertising effect also.
Do you think more people got into Ripple because they saw Snoop Dogg talking about it, or because their friend was in Ripple?
It helped.
Do you say no? Don't
Expanded
say
it
it
even
helped.
more.
Don't say it helped. Say which one do you think was more influential on Ripple having market cap value?
But you're talking about, that's what these things are built on, is word of mouth. There's no advertising on any of this shit.
Well,
You
there
only
was
have very
advertisement about
small amounts of
Ripple
advertising.
because it was on television on CNBC talking $3. This is how you buy it.
They
You
haven't
think
done
that's more
enough of it
impact
yet.
or what?
They haven't done enough of it yet. This whole thing is networking effect. All of crypto is networking effect. They haven't really done advertising until just recently.
Yeah.
It's just now starting to happen with Grayscale and all of these other things. They're just starting to do it. And guess what? You're going to see a lot more adoption. You're going to see a lot more adoption.
One thing I want to add is, as volatility increases across the entire global economy, and people are going to be looking for new kinds of assets, where there's going to be, I mean, you look at the entire economic spectrum, the market spectrum of what's out there, you know, bonds, stocks. We're looking at, serious economic, I guess volatility is the only word I can think of right now, but I think people's general curiosity is going to get sparked, because they're going to look for, well, where the fuck can I put my money in somewhere that's safe, that actually has long-term potential.
I remember there was,
and the HEX symbol is going to be the representation of that, and people are going to see it, and people are going to, just like Coca-Cola, just that wasn't network effect. That is the brand in itself. That is the brand in people's faces all day, every day. And when you see that Coca-Cola emblem, whether somebody spells something different, you think Coca-Cola, and that spreads it even further. And the networking effect works within all of that. It just enhances it.
This might be a side point, but I remember in the early days of Facebook, whenever it became an investment, it there was all this FUD about whether it would go on mobile or not. I mean, people were really questioning whether Facebook would, be on mobile or not, right? And in hindsight, it's like, wow, that seems so crazy. I mean, it seems literally crazy that, everybody was saying,
I'm a convict as well.
People are going to have fat fingers, and they're never going to be able to advertise on Facebook and stuff, right? And so I think with HEX, I mean, we all know that it's a finished product,
middle of nowhere,
and it's so I think it is going to catch us by surprise how you guys said, the tipping point is. There's going to be one. We don't, and I guess that's what the discussion is now. Is sorry, I'm joining midway, but kind of how and when that's going to happen.
The tipping point.
Yeah, for HEX.
People seeing lifestyle change. I don't think people buy stuff unless they see, like Richard said before, when people made money off of Bitcoin and people were seeing lifestyle change of their friend, they wanted to get that too. They said, I missed Bitcoin, so I'm going to get this alt. And then they saw an alt somebody boom and their lifestyle change, and they got hot girls and they got Ferraris or whatever. And they said, I want that too. And I think that's part of the networking effect. You can advertise all day long that Coca-Cola does this, airplanes do that, technology does this, whatever. But if you don't see some impact in your own life, you don't give a fuck.
Right, and something to add to that, though. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but with advertising, where are you advertising? Like, many of the younger generations aren't turning on the TV to watch the news. They're mainly consuming most of their media through the internet. So if we're talking about internet advertising, maybe that will work. But advertising on these major news networks, I don't really see that hooking a lot of people.
Or you can do an advertisement saying, "This is my HEX wallet. I earned this HEX. I did not buy it." Like that knucklehead. What's his name? The guy from BitConnect.
Carlos Matos.
Remember that? No. Craig.
Craig. Right.
Craig Wright.
Is it right?
I kind of worried that if I show a lifestyle change, then it's gonna signal to other people, to sell or something, and that that's not the point. But I think that Hex has a lot to offer even without selling and even without showing the lifestyle change. And I totally respect the point that I think that does catch people's eye, and there are gonna be really good stories, I think, of lifestyle improvements, but also of kind of character improvements in a sense that when people have the opportunity, right, where the world is changing from a world that maybe 10 or 20 years ago rewarded saving by you could put money in a bank and you'd get interest, right? And now saving is getting punished with negative interest rates around the world. And so if we can show even that people act right whenever they have access, right, to rewards for saving, I think that really is something that's exciting. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah.
Well, have you ever heard the saying, if it wasn't on TV, it didn't happen?
That saying's gonna die with
no,
your
because
generation,
I'm talking
RG. I'm
about
sorry.
media. I'm not talking
Okay.
about boomer TV. I'm talking about media, whether it's internet or it's television or whatever the fuck you're consuming. When you start seeing it, branding works. Period. End of story.
Absolutely.
And it's going to get people talking, and it's going to enhance the networking effect. It's going to grow it even more than it could if you're trying to do it organically. It's just, it's not the same. Crypto has already been grown with the networking effect. It hasn't seen real large scale marketing yet. It has not seen it. It's just barely starting to get little trickles of it right now.
Totally.
Grayscale is the first one that's really like putting it out there. And you're starting to hear it while you're in your kitchen doing dishes. You're starting to hear it when you're in your garage doing something. You're starting to hear that. And that is what's going to start to change things in crypto, for crypto. We're just this little piss ass little nothing right now. We still are nothing. This is in the financial world, crypto's market cap is nothing. So it's going to take mass adoption before we get to where we really want to get. When it does what everybody's thinking, it's going to take over fiat, right? Well, Richard said it in the beginning, right? It's here to replace fiat currency, right? So how is it going to do that with what it's got right now, with the word of mouth advertising that it's got right now? It's not. It's got to take on mass adoption.
I
And
don't
that's going to
agree.
take
I think
advertising.
that's a bad message in general, and I don't agree. I think you're talking
don't have
about.
to.
I think you're talking about.
I'm right.
I think you're talking
You
about.
don't have to.
Yeah.
You don't have to. I'm right.
You don't. It's like you're saying that you want the evolved thing now, and you forget everything that got to the evolved thing. Mass adoption. How many people on the planet have a television? Do you think mass adoption is in televisions? Like everybody doesn't have a television. Is it adopted? Right? There's all kinds of stuff that make a big difference that don't have to be mass adopted. I don't understand your frame of saying it's not going to make a big difference. I didn't
say it wouldn't make a big difference. I didn't say that it doesn't work. It already has. The networking effect in crypto already has done that. But they haven't got the mass adoption that they want. In order for it to take over other fiat currencies, it's got to be a lot bigger than this. This thing can be wrecked by one company out there right now. The whole crypto world can be wrecked by one company. There's companies rich enough to can destroy crypto. So, I mean, it's not taking on the mass adoption that everybody claims. I mean, there's people out there claiming right now that Bitcoin is going to take over the world's currencies. And how is it going to do that? How is it going to do that unless you have the world getting involved? Not with what it's got right now. There's not enough financial energy behind this to make any type of difference.
Or we roll out the Instagram models.
The what?
The Instagram models.
Oh,
gotta roll them out.
I mean, all that stuff has to be done. I mean, all of it. You know.
There's millions of guys watching them. Come on.
I think
It's
they've
easy.
already started.
Just pay them and then just put a.
So we need to raid them, right?
So real quick, guys, we got some newbies in the chat in Dlive. So if we could give a quick rundown on Hex, and then we've even got a couple questions on Bitcoin free claiming, even though they're not going to get jack crap at this point in the game.
Did you see that 490? Was it 499 Bitcoin the other day that went in?
No, I didn't even see that. I just wasted opportunity is all I think when I
It was
see
like
it.
499 went in, and I forget how much they got, but it was like.
That's like 17 million worth of Bitcoin, right?
Yep, free claim.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, I mean,
Too bad they didn't do it
like a day left or whatever.
50 weeks ago.
What could that even be? Like 100 hex per BTC or something? What could it be?
It was like nothing. Yeah, it was like nothing. Oh, ouch! Kind of missed the boat on that one.
Yep.
What was the calculation on the we all Satoshi thing? If that all ends, what is that? No, is that?
Well, that's
Is that all big payday? Is that what that
big
is?
payday is all because it's all the unclaimed.
Yeah, it's all the unclaimed
BTC,
Satoshi's coins, all the unclaimed BTC that's going to get paid out as part of the big payday.
We got a few more days to
much
see
is
if it
that?
pops in, right?
I hope Satoshi doesn't claim all of a sudden.
Last minute, right? He'll get nothing if he does.
Actually, let's talk about what would that do, because I've said that it would actually fuck up Bitcoin for a little bit.
Yeah.
It would be like a big dip, massive dip, because now some coin has moved. But throwing weight into being hex instead, I was like, is that good? Is that bad? What the fuck does it do? What if Satoshi put 1 Bitcoin and moved it from one of his known wallets and moved it directly 1 Bitcoin worth of hex?
It would tank the price of BTC. They would freak out.
Satoshi's dead.
That
I'm
Bitcoin
convinced
goes to wrap BTC and then goes into Hex.
So Red Pill Soldier, your
wrapped
question is
it.
really good. About your question was a really good one, Red Pill. The current worth of the big payday coins are going to be approximately $1.5 billion. So just shy of $1.6 billion is being given away on the if you're staked through the 19th. So
David
So-
Feeder said Satoshi's.
That sounds pretty good to me.
yes, it does. So get your piece of it. Satoshi is in jail. Is that what David Fetter says?
Yeah.
Satoshi is in jail. Do you know him personally, David? We'd love for you to.
Well, that's one of the
Hook us up.
things that's been done is that it's the guy who's in federal custody. Right? It's
like a guy like Kim.com kind of guy or whatever that's in jail, and he's not a good guy that they say might be Satoshi.
yeah.
Yeah. He's a pretty criminal guy.
McAfee is Satoshi, Quarter Panda says.
My crazy uncle.
The crazy uncle, yeah.
My crazy uncle.
Yeah. Hey, Maddie, would you do me a favor real quick? Would you just pound on the window behind you and say hi to Stanley for me real quick? That'd be great.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Hey, Stanley.
I love your background, man. That is awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you. So I'm wanting to just kind of promote the whole Hex Cameo thing and remind everybody that I have an awesome premiere for Big Payday of season 2, the first episode of Hex Cameo. So of course Brian Baumgartner, Kevin from The Office already did a Hex Cameo that's on YouTube. So
Nice.
Love it, man. They're great cameos.
On your YouTube channel, it's had 100 subscribers. Did you change it to your special URL or whatever? Have you already done your YouTube name?
Yeah, I did it for Matty Allen.
So is it the same spelling? MATIALLIN? So YouTube.com/Matty Allen.
That's right.
Yeah, that's helpful when people can find you.
I think we figured it out, guys.
Don't
you talk about just like that, Kinetic?
I know we're on Dlive. I better not say anything.
Well, I've heard all other channels talk shit about him.
We're a family station.
Actually, as many people that don't like Justin, I mean, his products are the only shit I've used of crypto. I mean, actually had function to it. If you count Dlive as a product, I don't know.
Maybe we can buy Dlive.
It's not out of the realm of possibility. I saw the purchase tag. It's not too crazy.
Is it really?
No
Was it
expectations.
350? How much did it cost to buy Dlive? Is it 350?
Well, they bought it a while back.
350. 350.
They bought it for 4.8 million.
4.8 million?
That's
Back in the
it.
day, yeah.
Dude,
Good
that's
deal.
well, what the hell? I mean, that can't be the price now. What is it?
Oh no, it's way higher. Well, it's not for sale. I don't know if it's for sale.
Yeah, we boosted the price and got more than that.
$800 million. What the fuck is that website? And Dlive, that'd be awesome.
Because I think he bought it before PewDiePie jumped over here.
PewDiePie hasn't been on in 10 months. Like
PewDiePie left. He came on here and left.
All reruns.
Yeah, it's all
I think
reruns.
he went back.
And he has 800,000 fucking followers on Dlive, but he hasn't put any shit on.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're letting some pretty shady characters jump on this Dlive thing.
Hey, how about this? I don't want to. I don't know.
Love and Hex, thanks for all the diamonds. You just threw like 3 diamonds at us. Thanks, man.
Motley did?
No, Love and Hex.
Oh, Love and Hex. Thanks, Love and Hex. And what were you going to say, Gary?
I changed my mind. I think it should be private.
Okay.
That'd be opportunity for.
Everyone's suits. Only me and Maddie dressed up, man. What's going on?
Well,
Kinetics has to flex. He's got to flex guns.
I know, right?
Someone's got to be on here to.
I'm dressed up
get away to the gun show.
Orale, say.
Really armed. And
No, I was folding.
RG3 the
folding
Cholo.
laundry.
Is it Cholo? What is this? Cholo action.
I'm going to go get my cranberry and my skateboard and go.
Fleetwood Mac.
Some Fleetwood Mac and shit. Let's get some Fetterman tunes going, man. Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. So we've beat marketing and networking effect. We've talked share price. The only thing we haven't talked tonight, is price. Price. We always talk about price. Why can't we
3
get into
cents
price?
right before big payday. Okay, that was great talk, guys. So appreciate you.
Do you think it's a
Indulging me.
wick? When you say 3 cents, what's a 3 cent mean to you? Is that a wick?
Yeah, I think it's a wick because there's going to be some a lot that comes out liquid after big payday, and I'm hoping those guys are smart enough to try to restake for longer periods of time to try to recapture some of the T shares that they missed out on, thinking that maybe 3 times their stack of Hex is going to get them more T shares, and hopefully that's what they do. But I mean, you've got billions. Like I said, it's somewhere close to 20 billion, including big payday bonuses within the first 10 days after big payday comes out. So when you've got 20 billion liquid on the market, that can do a lot when you've only got 4 million in Uniswap right now on the Hex side. So
here's a choice question. It's not about the price of Hex. Uni triggered a lot of ETH gas prices when people were doing the claims and the movement and things like that to get a claim, to put it on Uni, to sell it, to trade it, whatever. So that was a lot at the same time. And I remember it being like 55 or 60 bucks, maybe $80 to do a transaction. So on big payday, on the rollover, when people have liquid, if they do have liquid, what's your guess on gas price?
Good God.
Well, if it's
150.
if there's nothing else in the ecosphere that's utilizing the gas at the time, if it's not any of these fake DeFi projects, fortunately, Hex has been optimized for gas. So I don't think it'll really be that bad, honestly. Even if everyone in Hex was trying to use it, it's all the other actual DeFi scams that are actually happening right now with these stupid food names. And if one of those happens to pop off on the same day, then I think that's going to be really what dictates what our gas fee is going to be.
So did you listen to Kurkowski talking about the end of the Uni reward a couple of days before? I mean, like, is it now or is it a couple of days before our big payday?
I think it's the 17th. I think
like
it's
the 17th, right?
Uh-huh.
So the potential, not to say that they would move it right away, but if they don't have reason to have liquidity there for their own reward, isn't that a gas amplifier too, as far as a gas charge? If people do move liquidity to other,
if they're moving liquidity out, absolutely. If they are cashing in their liquidity provider tokens in exchange for their actual liquidity, yeah, absolutely, that could totally mess with the gas prices.
So Richard had put tweets out about, watch out for the 3 days of before the things you plan ahead for might, you better be planned.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's cryptic words inside of his tweets sometimes recently.
Yeah. How about all of you true Hexicans just stake at least another 6 months from now till after all the big stakes come out after big payday. You don't have to worry about gas prices in the next couple days. Just throw it in there for the next 180 through 200 days. And then you don't even have to worry about it. And you can deal with the gas price 200 days from now.
Because there would be a lot of people that end early or that get into a new stake or whatever after, so it's probably better to be staked throughout that phase.
Yep.
Get your Ethereum ready on those wallets. I'm just saying that much.
Is there a way for us to set a buy wall?
Yes. Pine.finance/order. It's a smart contract that'll allow you to buy the falling knife.
But so even if it was on the live stream, I've been a part of coins that I won't mention in the past that there was a community of people who were all like, hey, we don't want the price to slip. Not to say that I think the price is actually going to slip, but I think it's a cool idea that if during the live stream, while all eyes are on crypto, or all eyes in crypto are on Hex and continue to be, that could be a pretty sweet plan in case there is some selling. If we set a buy wall, then that would
so I have to
help that.
The link was actually talked about, and I need to give the audience this possible warning. So Uniswap X used to be the name for Pine Finance that he just commented about, and Pine Finance is a smart contract, and the smart contract does have the ability to set the price, like you just said. If it wicks down to a certain price, then your ETH that's already waiting there will buy it up, right? If you think it's going to go up to a certain price and you have Hex into that contract, then you can sell at a certain price when it hits. It's limit orders, right? So it has that potential. Now, 6 months ago, probably or something, when that first came out, all the warnings across the board say exactly what you should know, which is, I don't know that it's audited, but it says the same thing that REN BTC says. You could lose your money. Be careful. It's not our fault, right? So I've put maybe 30 grand through REN BTC, and it worked fine. And I used Uniswap X, which was now called Pine Finance, 5-6 months ago, and it worked fine to go in. However, they changed their website front end name to Pine Finance instead. Maybe they had a conflict with the Uniswap name or something. And I went to check it back when Hex didn't have a lot of value. I forgot about having that money staked. And then later I was like, oh, let me go check and see what's going on there. And I couldn't get to the front end. The front end was gone. The name had changed. There's an error or whatever, right? And I didn't understand enough about the code itself. I wasn't crazy freaked out because, again, the value of a Hex back then wasn't what the value is today. Anyway, I did message Kyle and said, Kyle, the developer, and said, look in this. Did I just fuck up completely? What happened here or whatever? And he saved me by reaching out to those devs, understanding how the code worked. And it wasn't purposeful. There was just something that was disengaged. And that old stuff that didn't work before may work now. But it was like $5 grand or $6 grand that I was going to lose. So he saved me $5 grand, I think $6 grand, something like that. So just keep in mind, if you do plan to use these things, remember Maddie's plan might be better, because if you do have a wall of people that are believers in the product and say, here's an opportunity to scoop up, you do have billions of dollars that have moved through Uniswap. You don't have billions of dollars that have moved through Pine Finance yet.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind when you're doing your risk evaluation about, I'll buy the wick by setting a price and a limit versus maybe just watching the price and participating in that event manually. It's kind of my point.
Yep. That's a good point. So I don't know. There's, what was the name of the one that I just saw the other day? And I didn't even mean to. One of the videos that was Hex related that I was watching. It just, you know how YouTube will do autoplay if you have your autoplay on. I think it was a Bankless episode or something like that, but they had a guy on there that they built a front end for Uniswap where you can set limit orders on Uniswap now.
Unitrade.
Is it Unitrade? I think that's right. I think that's what it was. Yeah, Unilayer.
Is it audited in contract?
Yeah, I think Unitrade was. Definitely, guys, do your own research. Make sure that you guys know that whether it's legit, that there's audits in place, that it's safe to use their code. But yeah, there is a way, and if there's enough of us willing to set that wall, that may be helpful.
I'd set the wall, but I don't have any money. It's in crypto form. I was like, fuck. Nothing will clear fast enough with 3 days, whatever, 4 days.
Yeah. I know that's the problem. That's the problem I'm running into.
I still put in $3,000 a day into Hex. And the way that I do it is cash into Liberty X. And you can do $500 per day for free at spot price of Bitcoin at CVS, Walgreens, and there's like 20,000 places. So that's the retail. So you can do $500 per day there. On the same day, you can do an additional $2,500, but that's at about 8% above spot. So if your average would be 6.5% above spot to get Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin, like I said, I put around $30,000 through REN BTC, and there's a link for that. But basically, the same day Bitcoin becomes REN BTC, really low cost to do that conversion. Then it goes automatically into your MetaMask. So that's where it deposits as a wrapped BTC. And then it trades pretty straightforward on Uniswap. So if you're actually trying to throw money at last minute money, Hail Mary money into it, probably a wire transfer is not going to happen in time. Probably your centralized exchange is not going to release in time. ETH, maybe you can buy a credit card or something like that through your own centralized exchange. But the cash process works. It works flawlessly. So if you have questions, you can ask me directly or something.
For sure.
All right, Banhammer boys over at Dlive.
Yep.
What's going on over there? Make sure you're.
You guys make sure people are bots before you start banning everyone. We've got several VPs from Dlive that you guys banned tonight. It's going to start taking away ban hammers here.
Can you see that as a history, or you have to see it live? I never pay attention.
Kinetics has always been wanting to take those away from you guys.
Yeah, give me a reason. Give me a reason. Don't you guys diluted my ban hammers?
Yeah.
Are your ban hammer people all full KYC and thumb printed? What do you got?
They're
nobody here is KYC.
Yeah,
I don't trust none of you. Fuckers put up your
we
face.
let anybody in this channel.
No.
Yep. The community you deserve.
Okay, RG, you and I are gonna have to get together afterwards. I've got a list of the people that were banned that shouldn't have been.
Okay, we'll fix it.
Yeah, we'll get it fixed. Thanks, M as a Jam and April Osborne. Appreciate you guys. They really enjoy our show too. They say.
Cool.
Yeah, just to give you guys a little reason why that may have happened by accident is because we were getting some spam the past 2 days of just some terrible words that shouldn't be said.
Oh yeah.
Getting spammed up, so the guys have been quick on the trigger. So sorry about that.
Yeah, we had a couple of people come in here and do some really bad spamming in the.
Yeah.
And April and M, I caught Jack as soon as someone modded him, or they muted him, and I unmuted him right away, but I couldn't see who it was that did it, so I apologize. Let Jack know we're sorry too.
You guys got spammed?
Yeah, well, yeah, in our chat we get it often.
On YouTube or on?
No, in Dlive.
Dlive, okay.
Yeah, you guys, all of you guys in the Dlive all of you with band hammers over there, when there's a white check next to their name, that means they're a VP in Dlive. Don't mess with those people. You mess with those people, you're gonna mess with our stream.
Might have been the way the names are spelt. They look like, that's kind of how those guys came in the other day that were doing all that nasty crap the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a lot of them from Turkey.
Yeah.
Any from Ham?
Kazakhstan. I think Borat was in here the other day.
Yeah.
All right.
I was just gonna throw out a prediction of. I mean, I would like to see a 15-year T-share trillion share go for $1,000. Right now they're 35-ish. So
pretty good. That's the 30x.
I can see that.
Yeah.
30x. That seems right. Okay. It's designed for what? 40. What? How many 100x more? Something like that.
And maybe that's not an all-time high in my lifetime or something. But just I think that'd be a cool mark to hit. I don't know.
Here.
Yeah. Faster than we can imagine. How about, well, that's not really a very specific prediction now, is it?
I can imagine quick.
Yeah. But usually the big moves are quick. They're quick.
Hell yeah.
Everyone we've seen so far has been a real quick move.
Hey, Captain, should we explain the giveaway?
Yeah, I didn't know. I this was kind of an impromptu stream that we pulled off here, so I wasn't planning on it. This isn't a regular stream, but we will pick one. How's that sound? We will pick one tonight.
There you go. I got the greedy captain to give us one more spot on the wheel, you guys. I tried.
I just want the center spot that's about this big. You guys can have the little wedges at the corners.
That wheel is getting full. That's for sure. It's getting full. I've been playing with the wheel.
On the wheel, how do you get a spot?
You gotta. He gives rules at the end of each stream about what you gotta say or do.
Yeah. So we're gonna pick out of the two streams tonight. So out of either YouTube or Dlive, we're gonna flip and pick out of one of them, and then we're gonna have somebody put we'll put a keyword in, and no spamming. I'll go back and look at the record. If you spam, I pull your name off the wheel. So you get one entry. You put whatever word of the day we're going to use. You're going to put that in the chat, and then we're going to select one person tonight from there, and you're going to go onto the wheel. Now, the qualifiers are you have to follow us on Dlive. You have to subscribe to our YouTube, and both of those are Discourse _Syndicate. And then follow me over on Twitter, which is RG3_Pirate. And once you've done those three things and you get on the wheel, we are going to spin the wheel on Big Payday for the 24-hour stream. Me and Hexo or spin it, and then we will choose 3 winners. Last place or third place is going to be 690,000 hex. And then second place is going to be 1 million hex.
God damn.
And first place is going to be 2 million hex.
Damn. That's a lot of chicken nuggets.
That's a lot of chicken nuggets. That's a lot of burgers off the dollar menu right there.
That's damn right, man. So we'll spin the wheel, and three lucky Hexicans are going to win. And you got to be present too. You got to be present. Yeah. You got to be in the 24-hour stream. And we're going to announce, I think we're going to do it right after the big payday announcement, right after we click over, the clock ticks over. So within that hour after big payday, we're going to spin the wheel. So that's what you're going to be looking for, that's when the wheel's going to get spun.
Wait, is that liquid hex or staked hex?
That's going to be sent to a liquid. That's liquid hex will be sent to your wallet.
Because if it's happening big payday, you know,
Well,
All good.
it was 1 million hex at first. We were giving away 1 million hex, and then our generous donor, Ski Cat, he said, "Hey, if we wait until after big payday, I'll make it 3.69 million." So, therefore, we've pushed the contest out. More people have gotten a chance to get on the wheel, and the payout has grown exponentially. So,
nice.
yeah, so that it changed a little bit.
Damn.
Well, that's interesting. So, what
That's
is
awesome.
your guess? Would you say the biggest prize is 2 million? What did you say?
The biggest prize is 2 million. Yeah, first prize is 2 million hex.
So
I don't know what that's going to be dollar wise. It could be zero, guys. It could be $0. I mean,
Right.
It does.
God
It's just
damn,
hex.
there's a lot of hex.
It's just hex.
If you win 2 million hex and you stake it for 1 year, 365 days,
Mm-hmm.
that's 2.4 million effective, and that's 215 T shares, and that's 3.7 million big payday hex. Oh, I guess it's already happened. Yeah, so
No, big pay to be over. Yeah.
it'll already have happened. Yeah, so that's 215 T shares for if you stake it for 1 year.
Yeah.
Well, the rate will be higher, right, on big payday.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yep.
It'll be less. Right. You're right.
But
That's a lot.
what an amazing prize! I mean, you stake it longer, and that'll be a fortune for generations, right?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, imagine that giveaway is going to be
Mhm.
legendary. That giveaway is going to be legendary. It will be, because somebody's
We're
going
gonna
to
look back someday,
and
we're
somebody's
gonna
gonna
be
look
like,
back
"I
and go,
can't
oh
believe
my
we
God."
gave that away."
I mean, you think the Bitcoin pizza was bad? Wait till they see this thing.
Yeah.
Especially if somebody, and I've heard a lot of people say, if they get it, they're going to stake it for 15 years.
He's like,
I've
can
heard
you
a lot
guys
of people.
believe they gave away enough to buy Canada on stream?
At least one of the territories, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I'm not buying Quebec, that's for sure. They'd probably surrender on me. I just get it for free.
Montreal.
Yeah, I won't. For the sake of Steph, I won't say anything relating to how easy the French give up. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Oh boy.
I get.
Here we go. Here we go.
Suddenly your app does not work.
I love that guy.
I love Ratatouille.
Backwarded predicts Bunga's gonna win the drawing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Bunga.
That'd be so funny. That would be so funny if that was true.
Yeah.
We'll come back. We'll come back to this. We're going to have we'll have this on a giant jumbotron, because obviously we can afford anything at that point. Giant jumbotron. I'm just gonna have I've got my UN pass right here and stuff. I've been the president of the country already.
Dude, we're gonna have a real studio here in a couple years when Hex really pops off. Have you seen what they're doing instead of green and blue screens now? Like what they're doing Mandalorian in? It's literally a round concave room on a stage, and it's all LED lights behind it. So it's a giant jumbotron behind them. So they literally just generate the scene they want behind it instead of doing all the blue screen and green screen stuff and then having to CG it in later.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Oh, behind the scenes
Yeah.
stuff.
I was watching something on Vox, I think it was, their YouTube channel. It just blew my mind. I mean, they've got 30 or 40 different people on laptops or desktops behind the screen or in front of the screen, controlling every little element. One person has the suns, the other one has the backgrounds, one has the little creatures running across the screen. So it's crazy. So we need a studio like that, is what I'm saying. RG3.
We've actually got Hexicans that are working on CG for Discourse Syndicate right now. I've seen it. It looks really cool. Really cool. It's amazing all the people that we have in our community. I mean,
yeah, we've got talent.
A lot of talent. A lot of smart people.
don't shame that. They're gonna up your production quality, and you're still gonna have a shit mic. So do something about that,
No
RG3.
The only CG, it sounds like it's muffled under a clamp. Fuck.
It's always when I'm on my cell phone, you guys are bitching and complaining.
Yeah, you still do it anyway.
I'm not in my studio, guys. I'm not at home. I'm away. I'm fucking
You're
away.
hurting Richard's ears.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt Richard's ears. Don't hurt Richard's ears. Jeez.
Oh, no.
Motley Investor said, "Cheap bastard pirate."
He might buy earplugs since he bought that pillow for his butt.
His second big purchase, some earplugs.
Yeah, some earplugs.
A pillow and some earplugs.
I love it. Motley also says,
helmet.
Motley also says, "Good thing he's the captain. ... For now."
Hey, ain't none of those two motherfuckers up there ever gonna take over.
I don't have the time, man.
Anyway,
You won't...
Don't you dare! You know what? I almost hit that end button, boy. I'll sync this shit first, like I told you. I'll sync the damn shit.
How the hell do you know what the best earplugs in the world are? He like looks for the best in everything.
Orthopax wax.
Orthopax wax. Best pillow, best earplugs.
He's already researched them. He's already researched them. Have them freaking ready to go, or he has them in his drawer already. The fucking guy researches keys.
I'm going to be jumping off, lads.
Yeah, keyboards.
All right, Red Pill.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for coming, man.
Hey, thanks, man.
You.
It's nice to see new faces.
It is, especially from down under, man. It's good having you.
Yeah, there's
back on again soon.
And a Richard following in down under, and we appreciate you guys coming.
Yep.
Rock and roll.
All right, man. We'll see you on a 24-hour.
Cheers.
All right, on. Another one.
Do we need to, before it gets too late, do we want to pick some names?
Yeah.
No? Okay. Deal.
Okay.
You're the pirate.
We're picking one name tonight. Just one name. This was an impromptu. It wasn't advertised. We didn't put anything out on Twitter. We didn't do anything. So we're going to pick one name tonight.
Not bad. We still had almost 200. At our height, we had 250 viewers on both.
Wow.
Yeah,
really?
On YouTube and yeah, I don't know what we're doing on Periscope, but on YouTube and Dlive
and Twitch, we got Twitch too. We usually get a feel over at Twitch.
We're like 250, 260 with YouTube and Dlive right now.
So so the production value, like I said, we're gonna get a little better. We're gonna try and get better microphones and better backgrounds and these kinds of things. Switching over to OBS, but the stream itself, I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun after Big Payday. To be honest, I was thinking, well, what are we going to talk about after Big Payday? And I think that marketing and adoption and all those things are going to be a lot of fun to debate and talk about and bring to the community and then there's going to be things going on within the community, stuff that may be built on it, added to it. Staker app's probably going to change. We're going to have a lot of stuff to talk about. So I'm excited about the future of DS and HEX and everything that's coming afterwards as far as streaming goes. And this platform too. Maybe we can buy it. Richard, let's buy Dlive.
Yeah, man.
I'll pitch it.
He's probably like, nah, I've already researched it. I got a better one.
Tell us what the best streaming service to buy is going to be.
The DS chart is just like the HEX chart. It only goes up to the right.
In multiples of 3 or what?
Yeah, multiples of 69. Yeah.
Marcus Aurelia said Orthopax wax earplugs on Amazon are $5.95.
Ooh. And no link though.
No link.
No link. Beautiful.
8 to 9.
Anyway,
Figure out where on the schedule I can get on that 24-hour stream.
Oh, you guys are looking at the schedule?
I am, yeah, because I didn't think I was going to be able to make it at all, but I think there's at least an hour or two I might be able to fit in there somewhere.
So you're exit scamming us. You're not going to be spending any time with us on the stream.
I wish, man. It's a good problem to have, but it's nonetheless a problem. We're busier than we've ever been. 2020 has been
good for you.
Huge making hay year for us. So
good for you. Hey, you know what? One of the things I want to plug is that damn chair that DC got me to get. Man, that thing is awesome, and I can't remember the name of it. I don't have the shit in front of me right now. What was that thing?
Fuck, man, I'm trying to remember the name of it too, man. It's
You sent me the link. Where did you send me the link at? Was it? Did you text it to me?
I think I put it. I put it in a private chat inside of
Telegram
or one of the streams.
Oh, one of the streams. Man, yeah. I got that chair. That thing is awesome. It's like a mesh office chair, but it's got a neck brace. It's got a lumbar support. And I'm gonna fall asleep in that thing on the stream.
It sounds like the X chairs.
I got a client that I'm gonna coach for a few minutes, so I'm gonna jump off stream.
All right, man. It's good catching up with you, buddy. We'll talk to you
Thanks,
soon.
Gary.
Good to see you.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, you guys are keeping me from watching Borat too, so I might just go too.
You haven't seen Borat 2 yet?
It can't. I was watching the rest of season 2 of The Boys today on Amazon, and it started auto playing afterwards, and I didn't want to watch that stupid shit, but I got sucked in.
I watched it. It was like his first one. It wasn't anything.
Yeah.
And the guy's funny, but it's like, you've seen the one, you've seen another one.
I think what's funny about it is the people that just allow him to take control of the conversation and steer it the directions that he does. It's like, you really are going to sit there and let him do that? Like, it's obvious what he's doing, right? Like,
well, I mean,
right?
It's got to be, it's all somewhat staged too, man. I mean, It's not like when he goes and runs into those the hillbilly guys. I mean, it's like, come on, man. The guy, he was like living with him for a couple of days.
Yeah.
So anyway, but let's come up with a word to throw into the chat so we can grab a winner for tonight.
Right.
Maddie, why don't you give us a word to put into the chat?
How about longer?
Longer. All right, everybody. Longer is it. And who's got Dlive open?
I do.
Okay,
Yeah.
You got Dlive. I'm gonna flip for Dlive or YouTube. Who's gonna get it tonight? All right. And Dlivers win it tonight.
Okay.
Dlivers get it. So I'll let you grab one.
EO88.
What's that?
EO88.
EO88.
Yep, the letter E, the letter O, 88.
Where is
EO.
that person?
So let's shit. Write that down.
I got it. I wrote it down.
All right, yeah, send it over to me. My pen just freaking cracked.
Congratulations, sir.
EO88. Let me just explain it to you. We're going to be spinning a wheel. You just got a position on the wheel. I haven't seen your name around, so I want to make sure you understand. Just in case somebody like you wins, you are going to need to follow me on Twitter, RG3_pirate. You're going to need to follow us here on Dlive. Hit the follow button right there because you're on Dlive if you're not already following us. And then you are going to subscribe to us on YouTube, which is Discourse_. _syndicate. And once you've done those 3 things, you have qualified. So now you're on the wheel of HEX. And the wheel of HEX is going to be spun the hour after big payday. And we are going to give away 3.69 million HEX. That could be worth nothing because it could go to 0. We don't know.
Please tell me the wheel is at least shaped like a hexagon.
I tried. I even tried to put the hex colors in it, but I haven't found one that'll let me do that. There's a whole bunch of them out there. They're really cool, man. You can get them. It's gonna be fucked up because that thing spins, and then you can set the time for how long they'll spin, right? So you can literally let it spin there for like freaking 5-10 minutes and just fucking just fuck with everybody. It's just gonna click, 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 click by their names for like, you could set the time on them, so they're really cool. So I've been messing around with the wheels and trying to figure out what one we're gonna use. But I've been trying to find a hexagon one. I probably should ask Hexo. He can find it. That guy can find anything, man. He's a genius. He is a genius.
Oh, I did have one thing to say.
He knows how to stream.
So tomorrow, Big K is having his Bingo Earth, the last one, and he's also giving away 500K hex to the winner of the bingo tournament. It's right after the Hexologist stream, so you guys should go check that out for Bingo Earth. And all the money that for the Bingo Earth goes to charity, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, so please go check that out. It's right after Hexo stream.
What's cool. Usually the buy-in?
It's like $10, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty inexpensive for a chance to win 500,000.
Yeah, 500,000.
So and they've given away a couple 100,000 to date, I think.
That's enough to buy Kentucky.
What's that?
500K hex. That's enough to buy Kentucky in 15 years.
That's right.
And Miss Kentucky did a cameo.
Yeah.
That's the first one.
Love it. That's awesome.
People said it was like ASMR.
Love it.
Hey, who was the gal, the Instagram gal? Was she somebody famous that she did like a hex pose thing, and a lot of people are giving her shit. The blonde.
Oh, the girl that was with
the showing a lot of cleavage.
Yeah. Yes, that one. Yes, that one.
She said she's Richard's friend, right?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Okay,
but maybe that's what she got paid to say.
Kinsey or something. Kinsey Will.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know if she was
either.
Somebody famous or something. But obviously,
I remember seeing her posted all over Telegram after that came out.
Yeah, everyone's posting her everywhere. I didn't know. I was just wondering if she was somebody special that I didn't know. My boomer ass didn't know.
Well, I mean, Milo mentioned where the Instagram girls. That was one of them. And I think Ryan Lopez onboarded another one where
he
just had him wearing like a hex shirt, but all their other posts not wearing a lot less clothes.
That's how you get the eye bulbs, man.
Yeah.
Hex pasties, bro. That's where we go.
Advertising, baby. Advertising.
Get the pasties out.
So that Kenzie girl, she got a lot of popularity from that. What 2018 on one of the Premier League soccer games. She literally got into the field and ran across the whole field while the match was still going on, like half naked. So it's like,
oh really?
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, wait, this girl just got into Hex? Are you serious? Wow. And she has a large following.
That's about right.
Yeah, she did. I saw that large following.
Yeah, so she obviously knows a lot more influencers. So those are the people we got to talk to even more.
Did you guys see her pitch on her Instagram?
Sure did.
She's like wearing more professional attire, and
I saw that.
And she's saying, look, sometimes I'm not so professional, but I want to be professional when I tell you about Hex because it's such an important thing. And so I think she did a good job.
Yeah, that was very professional. Very professional. Yeah. So she's kind of like go into one audience, and then she switches really quickly into another audience, which is more professional, and that's legit right there.
It's her pivot.
Yeah, exactly.
We need people to pivot, right? From like sexy Instagram stuff to like serious Hex. I mean, be as sexy as you want, so. But
that's what we try. We aspire to do here.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you laughing at?
Nothing, Captain.
That's what we aspire to here. One of these days, we're going to be legit.
And we don't have to row this boat anymore. We're going to have a motor.
We make it if we don't start faking it first. Because we haven't started faking yet. So
we haven't faked yet. Oh.
Sorry, guys. I got to drop off.
All right. I think we all do.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks. This was an impromptu anyway. Hey, thanks for coming. Thanks, Milo.
Yeah,
Maddie,
thanks, guys.
Always good having you, bro.
It's always a pleasure, gentlemen.
Always good having all the Hexicans, all the smart ones, all the freaking new faces, everything. I mean, gosh, man. I love this community. I love doing this because I get to hang out with all of you guys and get to know you and argue, fight, and spit and all that other shit. And it's fucking fun, man. It's a lot of fun with you guys. And one of these days, we're going to have some cool meetups. We're going to have some Hex conventions, and we're going to have a shit ton of fun, you know.
We're going to
out
run
there in the real world
on the blockchain conventions. You know we will.
Oh, that's going to be that's going to be epic.
Show up 1,000 Hexicans deep.
Oh yeah.
I'll bring las chicas.
They already hate us out there. They're really going to hate us after a while.
That's right.
All right, guys.
All right, good night, guys.
All right.
Good night.
Oh, hey, real quick, do you
what?
Do you have access to the Kraken at this point?
No, I don't.
Okay.
There's no Kraken tonight, guys. I'm sorry. I'm on my cell phone.
He's on the phone. Doesn't have the functionality. But anyway, you guys have a good night.
There we go. We'll give him this one. What the hell happened?
What do you?
My broker says in the long run, that kind of investment could be a good idea. What's your broker say?
My broker says listen to Litecoin Moses.
Fucking boomer shit.